And just like that,
We are live. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And we are ready to get naked with you.
Sure, why not?
Sometime soon.
Why not?
Hopefully.
Let's all have that new chicken sandwich or whatever it's called from Taco Bell together too.
Oh, have you tried it yet?
No, I haven't.
I know we talked about it the other day, but it's just like a fluffy taco shell with a chicken tender turd inside of it.
Yeah, it just looked like a regular taco.
Yeah, it's not astounding, but it's not bad either. They just put that chipotle sauce on it, the kind you get at Kroger, the Taco Bell sauce.
Oh.
It's like, $1 can.
Those cheap bastards.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, it's weird when we don't, we just streamed, Thursday? But
I thought it was Wednesday.
Maybe it was Wednesday.
I don't know.
All I know is it feels like we haven't seen you beautiful bastards in, ages. It feels all fresh and new, like climbing into a new lazy boy chair.
For the first time.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's the nervousness, the hope I don't cut a fart in her face while you're doing it. You ever got so much ass in one particular period of time that you had to ice your balls?
Is that 40-year-old virgin?
No, that's Step Brothers.
Oh, that
was the line of ramen when they were in the clubhouse.
Yeah, that's right.
He was like, man, last summer was like my biggest summer for fucking.
Dude, the special features on that movie are just as good as the movie. Like the deleted scenes and shit.
Yeah,
they're awesome, man. They don't make comedies like that anymore. They just don't.
Well, not the raunchy ones. I mean, I haven't seen one in a long time. I got to go back and watch because Norm Macdonald did pass away, but I got to go back and watch Dirty Work. A lot of people have. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember liking it. A lot of people are saying it's underrated as fuck.
Yeah, I was never a fan of it, but again, it's been 20 years since I've seen the shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
I don't know. Nicholas Boyce says, this is my first live stream as a Patreon member, and it just hits different.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome to the Dark Lord of Nightingale, Nicholas.
We hit it from all sides. Don't worry about it. We don't even charge extra for that.
Joshua Ayers, first super chat of the night. Thanks, buddy. He says, hey, guys, I'm hoping Scarefest doesn't get canceled. I mean,
I hope so.
Doesn't look like it's gonna. I mean, all signs point to it. Looks like it's still gonna happen.
But then again, Scarefest last year was slower than a grandma turning at a 4-way stop right before anything to cancel anything. I mean, it was like the day before. It was like, you know what? We might not have to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Man, what would be cool? And I still have my hopes and dreams up for Scarefest because Halloween Kills comes out just a week, 8 days before it. It would be really cool if we could figure out a way to get a private screening for just the people coming down for Scarefest to fucking go watch Halloween Kills. I don't know how.
Ain't no way. Maybe we don't have that Alice Cooper power. We don't have that Alice Cooper power.
They're written out theaters. So I don't know how it works right now though. So it could be weird.
Speaking of theaters, apparently the Eternals, the movie that's coming out with Angelina Jolie, the new MCU movie, it has been finalized. What I just read somewhere that it's 100% going to be theater locked. So it's going to be 100% in theater. But and then I was reading the comments so I was like, well, I guess they learned their lessons after they butt fucked Magooch. Scarlett Johansson. But then a lot of people were like, but there was a suggestion. I'm like, I didn't even think about it like that. I'm not saying I would necessarily pay it, but one person suggested, they were like, well, listen, they're like, where else is Disney why did you get the platform Disney Plus if you're not going to use it to access early screenings for films? He's like, I would even pay an additional amount of money if we could get it a week early. Instead of them paying $5.99 or $10.99 a month, you'd pay $35.99 a month and get access to their brand new movies before they're in theaters a week before. So then their streaming service goes up. It still comes out in theaters, and then people feel like they're getting more bang for their buck, and they'll also pay more.
Well, look, Disney, even when they do release it on their platform, they're dicks about it. I mean, they charge $30 for the movie.
Well, I know, but I mean, I think he meant an actual 30. I mean, that's a lot, but $35.99. I wouldn't do it, but I mean, there's hardcore fans that love it, but $35.99 a month. I mean, I'm sure if it was a huge movie like Spider-Man or something like that, and they were like, hey, you get access to it a week early before it comes out in the theater for $35.99, even if you're just going to get it for a month.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I get people are really scared to go to the theater and they really won't do it. Then I guess maybe some people would, but not me.
Yeah, I know that. I know they charge $30 for Black Widow, but that was, I'm saying, because the annual the fee for a month on Disney Plus is I don't know, it's $5.99 or $7.99 a month.
Yeah, I ain't paying $30 a month for the goddamn Eternals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck that. Fuck that with the 1,000-foot fire pole. The Dark Light says, thanks, by the way, for the super chat, says, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nibbling at your balls.
Yes. Oh, that season is coming up. That season is the time to look forward to this year when something's nibbling on your nuts. Is that a squirrel? No, it's just Jack Frost. Old Jack can't get enough of me.
That's the way it goes, though, right? Like we're all excited for fall, dude. I'm going to see the Packers game this weekend in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you know what the fucking weather report is? 86 goddamn degrees in fucking Green Bay, Wisconsin in late November on Monday Night Football. In 86 degrees.
That's terrible. Like, and I'm not even like a Green Bay fan, but going to Wisconsin, I would expect it to be like 65 or a high or something around now.
Right. Right.
You know what you need to do is you need to pull over, find you a Ricola type hill and shout to God. Go up on the top of that hill. Be like, why have you cussed me with this? God, it's time for a showdown. Me and you.
Like Captain Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. I'm right here.
But, you know, like 2 days after that, it's going to be just cold as shit, and your car's going to be frosted on your way to work, and you're going to have to go back in and find your fucking scraper, and it's going to be a whole mess. It's going to suck. Mark Dorman, thanks, bud. He says, here's $5 from the Saigon whore that bit my nose off. Watch Dirty Work, people. That must be a lot of it. It's funny either way, whether it's from that or not. Saigon, did I say that right? Saigon whore?
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect the whores of Saigon.
It's Saigon.
I want to get it right.
Saigon whores, they're everywhere. You got to be careful. They'll take you down to Chinatown.
Oh, yeah. Derek Asshole B says, Mike's renting out a glory hole as well. Yes, I will have a glory hole in service for the Scarefest event. So come on by.
Derek, didn't you know he's got it all? It's a mannequin with Aaron Rodgers' face on it that he gets to put his wiener in over and over again. No jelly needed. It's already lubed up from the constant fucking. It's all good. I've seen, you know what's funny, dude? Is like, I've seen those pictures passed around of Aaron Rodgers, and he looks like, I think somebody's like, he looks like he's someone who sells me my weed. I was like, yes, dude, he does look like that.
Katie showed me one. It says Aaron Rodgers looks like he steals catalytic converters.
That's true. He does look like that too. He really looks like a dude that like, he looks like he'd be hanging out with Jay and Silent Bob, but got cut from their duo. Like he was helping them out and then he got cut. He also looks like he smells like butt crack.
Look, if Aaron Rodgers starts lighting the fuck up every Sunday, okay, if he starts tearing it up like he did last year, then I'll love the new look. But as of now, he has had one game and played like shit. It's only one game. We're going to be fine. But he's only had one game and he's played like shit. So right now, I'm hating Shailene Woodley and I'm hating the whole hippie look.
What I think you should do, I think he needs to light up some soap and destroy like a shower because it's not looking good for him. It's not gonna. Hey, you look like
he looks clean.
He doesn't
clean.
He looks like one of them oily boys. He looks like he looks like one of those before pictures, like those old Axe commercials. And then they run in and they grab him and they make his hair look shiny afterwards. Yeah, because it's like, don't come off looking like you don't want to be there. You hate your team. Like, just put on, like, just say fuck your team, but hey, look nice about it. Like, he looks like he doesn't even want to be there. I know it's just his face, like he looked bad, but
yeah, that's true.
But you know, who knows? I mean, you get pictures taken of you when you're not expecting it. That's what happens. You're like, oh shit,
and they
taking my butt. I didn't expect anybody was around.
They could get. Yeah, he needs to cut. Hey, last time he played this shitty, he was dating Brooke Olivia Munn. So I don't want to blame you, Shailene, but we're going down that dark path, and I'm absolutely not being serious at all. I'm not one of those
fault.
Like,
you know what? She's going to come out with
because of Jessica.
It's going to be called A Fault in Our Packers.
Oh shit! Sadly,
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Fault in Our Fudge Packers.
Don't you dare! You don't say that. Jamie Gore, thank you very much. Says thoughts on the Hellraiser news and what's your expectations? That's actually did not make the cut of the list of news that we're going to talk about tonight, but we can talk about it. It was just very simple. David Goyer, who's writing the film, fucking same dude that wrote goddamn The Dark Knight Rises, or Dark Knight, The Dark Knight, and you know, about a billion other things is producing on that. And basically he said, hey, the Cenobites, they'll fucking drop your goddamn jaw, okay? They'll leave you fucking floored when
was that the news?
That was that, and just the fact that I think it was just that, and the fact that it's already in production, and David Bruckner's directing. It'll be out in 2022, and apparently they really use Clive Barker's book as the heart of the information for the movie, and the Cenobites look badass.
I wish, I really do. I mean, I hope that they at least bring on as a creative consultant at some point Clive Barker. I just feel like that'd be the right thing to do.
It seems like they're around that route. They might as well do the Carpenter thing with him.
I know that Clive Barker had a few years before said that he was interested in directing it and getting the financing going because he knew that his rookie year when Hellraiser 1 came out in 87, he never directed. He didn't know shit about it really. Yeah. And it was his rookie attempt. So he wanted, knowing everything he knows now with his leather jacket and his cool Marlboro look, he wants to go in there. He does look like he looks cool. He wants to go in there and give it another
like Aaron
crack.
Rodgers.
He wants to give it another crack with those pins. But yeah, The only thing I remember that I was like, oh fuck, do not do this. Don't you take me down there, Ricky Bobby, is when they had said something about making her a female. If they do that, divisive. Don't fucking do it. Just keep it Pinhead.
Look, I say don't do it, but I only say don't do it because I don't want to fucking hear people bitch about it. Really, like I think it could be fine. I'd rather see Pinhead because we all know and we love Pinhead. But those female Cenobites are pretty fucking scary too that we've seen so far.
Yeah, but they can make new ones of those. I mean, Angelique in Bloodlines was a new original character, so it's not like they couldn't do it.
I think it's a mistake for the sole reason that, like, when you think Hellraiser, you think Pinhead. I think Hellraiser needs fucking Pinhead. You know what I mean? Like,
who was it? Number one pick. You know, no one's ever going to replace Doug Bradley, but that dude, Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy, day one, dude. I think he's perfect for that dude. Huh?
I would love it. Dude.
Lee Pace. Yeah. Yes,
I'd be 100% down on that.
Or Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Actually, it's crazy. I don't know. Fucking maybe.
I get a little crazy with the skin.
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah. But yeah, expectations, Jamie. I think it's going to be cool. It doesn't seem like anybody really gives a fuck about Hellraiser, and that will surprise you because when horror fans look at Hellraiser, you look at it as like a top fucking maybe Mount Rushmore horror franchise.
Yeah.
But the general public doesn't seem to give a shit. And maybe that's because there's been so many just direct to goddamn DVD bullshits at this point. Maybe a new movie will reinvigorate it. But if it's going to, I think it's going to be on Hulu, actually. So it's going to be on Hulu. So it's still not going to be a theatrical.
That's not good.
You know?
That's not good.
I don't think it's going to come and go like a fart in the night, unfortunately.
Yeah, Pinhead the Hellraiser franchise really deserves theatrical treatment, just like Halloween, just like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. I've always felt like Pinhead does get left out, like he's a redheaded stepchild that they smack and say, get away from the table before people come over and see you. Like flowers in the attic. Like they want to keep you locked away. You fucked your cousin. You stay away from the rest of our family. You got to see flowers in the attic. But I feel like that's unfair. And I don't know if it's because you know what it is. I think it's because Pinhead makes you really, really uncomfortable. I think the general horror fan, just the general audience, the vanilla audience goes and sees it. And after the film's over, they're like, probably thinking of BDSM things and nasty things that they didn't even think about. And they're like, honey, before we get back home, we need to stop and get at least a crate of Zest soap. And we're also going to have sex. It just makes him, because he is uncomfortable, but he's also one of the most unique, intelligent, and I think most terrifying of all of them, just for the fact that he seems reasonable. And in a reasonable way, he tells you how he's going to slice your crack open. That's scary.
Pinhead is, in essence, the Indian food of spicy foods. And what I mean by that is, like, I think people, a lot of the general public, when they go to see a horror film, they just want to be scared. Like, surface level, boo, scared. When you go to eat, when someone tells you Indian food spicy, you're like, okay, you expect it to be, ghost pepper, shit like that. You expect it to be surface scares horror movie.
Yeah.
But when you watch a Hellraiser movie, a good Hellraiser movie, it burns you in the way Indian food does. It doesn't taste that hot going in, but it gets hot inside of you. And that's what Hellraiser films do. They get hot inside of you, and later on you walk away needing to shower and like drink some milk. Like they get into you, they're disturbing and fucked up. They're not like boo, they're like ugh, So
it's like when you go into a strip club and she's like, do you want to try the number 54? And be like, what's that? It's like, if you got to ask, buddy, you can't afford it. It's like, it's one of those secret things that like you like they let you in, and there's like fucking all sorts of crazy shit happening. There's like little people inside of an oven that are jumping out trying to karate kick you. There's like a squirrel that's in your butt. You're like, what's going on? It's like, this is the extreme VIP. I was like, I see. But yeah, I mean, somebody said, Amistell said they left the theater in Hellraiser 4 Bloodline. A lot of people didn't like it. It was the last time that Pinhead went into the theater, and it didn't really end on an awesome note. No, I mean, and they also, spoiler alert, they killed him. And I just thought that was fucking stupid. But honestly, one of the less praised movies of the Pinhead series, if you guys get a chance to, is Inferno. Inferno is a really solid a Hellraiser movie, and it's not just and it's not just the fact that it's a horror movie, it's also a really good detective story too. A lot of corruption, kind of like True Detective, but with a horror tint to it. Not as good as True Detective, but kinda. Dude,
when those twin Cenobites start like fucking just rubbing their
the wire twins
chest skin.
I was like, there was a part of me that I was like, I'm kind of turned on. I was like, I might have had too much adult juice.
I don't.
But it really is a good. I felt like Hellraiser Inferno went back more to the basics of what Hellraiser was supposed to be, rather than they had gone off the track a bit with Hellraiser 2, 3, and 4. While 3 was fun, Hell on Earth just wasn't the same kind. Pinhead was never supposed to be like this. I always like the idea that he's not a global threat necessarily. It's an individual story, like a person. It's their own personal hell, and he's like basically the Christmas spirit of future that's showing you all the terrible things that you've done with your life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucked up thing, but I guess it's more of it's not a buffet for everyone. You know, it's more like hey, dude, you know what I tried this week, by the way? Speaking of Pinhead and deep butthole pleasures. Well, long time ago, my
juicy
friend.
cocks. Right.
I am in the all Madden phase of the dick, but I tried shawarma. What is from that? Avengers? He says it in Avengers. That's all I fucking knew about it. We went to the mall. Okay,
it sounds like bath beads.
Memphis had a dentist appointment, and I was like, I had to go get some Packers attire, some freshen up stuff for the game. We went to the mall, and I was like, hey, you want to meet for lunch? He's like, yeah, go up there. There's too many options, and when there's too many options for me, as far as food goes, I just panic. And I like Greek food. I do. But I went up to the Greek thing, and the guy was looking at me, and the woman was holding a fucking baby. She was holding a goddamn baby over top of the buffet food. And I just panicked, and I was just like, I'll have the freaking... And I look up, and I just see chicken shawarma. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, they talked about that in Avengers, so I ordered it. $16.99. $16.99.
What is it? Is it a sandwich?
No, I could have gotten it sandwich form, and it does come with bread. But I got it in the styrofoam thing.
Can I get a shawarma? I can't even say it. What is it called?
Shawarma.
Can I get a shawarma sandwich?
And he asked me, he's like, you want that in the sandwich? Or I was like, no, I'll just slap it in a box, bro. It's like, all right. And it was actually $14, but I tipped $2, which makes me fucking crazy. I understand tipping, and I'm a good tipper, but goddamn it, when I walk up to an establishment to get food, it's weird to do tipping, but then that thing comes up on the thing, and you feel bad because they're just looking at you, and I'm like, you just handed me my food, but I'm gonna fucking tip you now. So it ended up being $16. Long story short, but it was good, dude.
That is really expensive.
Oh, fuck yeah. But it was just chicken on top of rice, and it had some Greek sauce on it, and then it had some like Greek salad shit. It was good. And I don't want to blame the food on this, but 10 minutes later, we're walking through the mall, and
poop time.
Yeah, dude, I had a goddamn what do you call it?
Red alert. Engage.
Yeah. What's his name from Rob Zombie's Halloween?
Tyler Mane.
On Taco Supreme. Joe Grizzly, bitch.
Joe Grizzly, yeah.
I had a Joe Grizzly moment in the bathroom, dude, and it was horrifying. Yeah. So that could have been the alcohol from the night before, from where we were at the concert. But yeah, anyways.
If they had told me, if they had said it's $16, it would have been one of those moments. First off, I'd probably like, I don't have $16. So now I have to look poor in front of everybody. I was like, can you put that back? I'll just go to the buffet and I have a sugar packet or two. Or I would have said, okay, great. $16. Do I get a free bag of Lay's potato chip? And I'm not talking about the little fucking fun size. I'm talking about a full great value size. No, you just get the sandwich. Like, this better be the greatest fucking sandwich I've ever eaten in my life. Somebody's saying you got ripped off.
I did get ripped off. I feel like
were they like a local? Were they local? Were they just like a local thing that's set up in the mall?
Yeah, they're in the mall. I mean, they could be that local, right? That's more. I don't know. More for sort of established businesses. It wasn't like a pop-up shop.
She should have. When they said $16,
she was holding a fucking live baby over top of the buffet, while like just bouncing it while she was like. I was like, "What the fuck is?"
You could have been Jesus. Like Borat. You'd be like, "Show me your tricks, Gypsy. I know your tricks. I know your tricks."
Weird, dude.
By the way, wanted to ask real quick: are you gonna give a loving embrace and a little tongue action to Church in Wisconsin?
Church is a Bears fan. So I will not be interacting with him.
He says he wants to tickle your butt very quietly in the back corner somewhere where no one sees, and you have babies together that no one understands how that happens, but you will.
Well, that sounds good. But apart from that, I can't damn my Packers by meeting with a Bears fan.
You can't touch a Chicago fan.
We'll be there for a very short amount of time, though. We're only going there for the
Mike's
game.
Mike's going to be wearing black leather OJ gloves and not touching anybody that's a Chicago fan. It's like, so I won't touch the aliens.
Yeah. And
I always say that because I've been geeking out watching Star Trek, and one of the episodes, the guy he wore rubber gloves because he wouldn't want to touch the aliens. He was human, but got kidnapped when he was a kid by these other asshole aliens. So he grew up thinking that he wasn't human, and they're xenophobes. I don't know. It's a great episode.
What's that? Oh, Star Trek?
Yeah, the Next Generation, not the TOS, not the original.
Mercurio80 says, "Hey guys, I'm having an awesome day today. My doctor told me my heart is at a 70% function compared to 40% 3 months ago.
Holy shit, that's
great
awesome.
Goddamn news, man. That's awesome news. Give it up for fucking Mercurio80.
There you go,
man. That's
man.
awesome news, dude. I'm glad to hear that, dude. Definitely glad to hear that. That's awesome. Good for you, dude. Cheers to you, my friend. That's
My
nice
heart
fucking
is
jump there,
functioning
that
at about
30%
a
jump.
negative 16, but that's just because of divorce.
We don't want to test our hearts.
But that's
Jay.
awesome, man. I'm happy for you.
That's why we don't have health insurance. We just completely stay away from it.
No, the only health insurance me and Mike have is the Civil War health insurance, where if we have an infection, we cut it off with a saw blade in our garage and bandage that bitch up. That's what we got.
Oh shit!
We are Civil War soldiers.
Oh, that you answered churches. That was the shit. I didn't even realize that. He said, "Am I getting a hug since you're going to be in Wisconsin? I will hug you mentally after the game is over."
You just need to text
like that
church.
Scene
He's
in
like,
Judge Dredd.
He's like, at 9 p.m. look up at the moon, and I'll be looking up at the moon too, and we're kissing each other, just right then.
The Packers went. I'm just gonna try not to get too fucking hammered because I'm going with my dad, who's
just eat a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I will. He's in his late 70s. We're taking a party bus, so that's gonna be we're taking a party bus to a tailgate. And we're tailgating for like 3 hours before we go. So I'm just going to have to monitor my alcohol levels because there's a lot of good beer in Wisconsin. But it's going to be a good fucking time, man. I'm excited about it. Rock Pit Knowledge says, what it do, Mike and Jay? Just showing a little love. Thank you, Rock Pit. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
God damn. That's his name, Rock Pit?
Rock Pit Knowledge. Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Oh, dude, Rock Pit, man. I swear to God, I never really thought about your name, but you sound like a villain that only appeared in one season of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. So we've got to take down Rock Pit. He's one of Krang's new goons. And he's like, welcome to Rock Pit. Time to take down the turtles. I don't know.
I was thinking about the Seahawk thing that they gave the donuts to, and he was like, oh.
You ever thought about that? If you ever did voice acting, though, you had to do shit like that. Would you feel embarrassed? You have like a mic. Well, I guess you wouldn't because, it would just be you in a booth. But there'd be like people watching you. They're like, okay, in this scene, Rock Pit, the character's going to come out of the sewer grate and you're going to be really angry and you're here to take down the turtles. So go ahead and give me some of that. And you're in the booth. You're like, hey, turtles, you better get away from there or I'm going to get angry. And then you're looking over, there might be one cute chick that's in the booth watching you. She's like, I was gonna ask him out or see if he wanted to go out later, but fuck that. Like, I know it's just the character. I believe. I believe.
Shit. Cletus Baby. That's a fresh name, my friend. He says, you guys are awesome. You're fucking awesome.
Hey, thanks, man.
Baby. I like your name too. Thank you very much for that. Tyler Rumfeld, thank you, buddy. He says, been a bad week, going through a bad time. You guys helped me through the week. Love you guys, and goddamn you, Michael.
Hey, man. Goddamn you, Michael, too. Have a good one.
Tyler's fucking cool, man. We love you, Tyler. I'm sorry you're having a bad week, dude, but that shit, it goes like a fucking pendulum. It's going to get fucking better on the other side of it. That we can promise you. Hope you have a better week, man, going forward, and we appreciate it. Retro Tiberian. That sounds like something you would. Retro Tiberian.
P. Rich says, wasn't Shredder's voice Uncle Phil? Holy shit, was it? That'd be fucking crazy.
Idea.
You should look that up.
Retro says, damn, I haven't watched you guys in like 7 years. I thought you guys were dead.
Yeah, I did too. But we did die a while ago.
Glad you're both alive and kicking. Well, thanks for the super chat, but man, we've been here working hard the whole fucking time.
No, I'm wrong. Wait a minute. My liver died about 2 years ago. I'm just now struggling on. But yeah, it's just it's a shell of you who I used to be.
Jay's basically Guy Pearce in Prometheus. He's just a hologram. That we just since we only have so few good jokes, we just program the few jokes we had into a machine, and that Jay's just a fucking hologram.
Oh, it's like that. Like our fucking terrible parody review that we tried to do when we went and see Prometheus because we were fucking hammered. I'm like, hey, let's do Javid. I have not had a very good experience. It was the worst. I was like, what the fuck were we thinking? But it sounded hilarious when we were drunk at the movie tavern.
We thought it was great.
Yeah. I was like, God, it's going to be so funny. I can't wait to get home and try it.
We were like, dude, all 17 of our viewers are going to fucking eat this up.
You know what? That was the first time I looked at the YouTube video. I was like, I've never seen that many dislikes before. Is that bad? Is it bad? It was so awful. They're like, these fucking cock knockers didn't even watch the movie. I was like, you're half true. You're half true because it was through a lot of drunken haze. I had to go back and watch it a week later just to figure out what the fuck I missed.
Prometheus was such a complicated, like, deep movie, and we were like, hey, man, we're trying to make it on YouTube. Yeah. How should we go into this review? Like, I don't know. Let's have 7 pictures of the fucking movie.
Dude, it was
trying to be funny.
Well, yeah, it's like I didn't know it was. I thought it was going to be a fucking alien movie. It's like I've missed the fucking memo that it was a goddamn cerebral movie. Forgive us for having a few brewskis to go watch what we thought was going to be a xenomorph fucking around with maybe another cool Ripley. Instead, we got a goddamn Sigmund Freud study of a cerebral situation but still a good movie. But still, it's like, what in the fuck is this? Because you know what happened? Deeper. Ridley Scott never came out full frontal nudity and said and claimed. He always said, no, it's not really a alien movie. It's its own thing. Then he was like, no, but it is kind of. And like, just make up your fucking mind. And so that was where I was confused.
He edged us.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to drink some beer because it's going to have an alien in it. And it's not that hard to follow.
And to be fair, I love the movie now. Like, I think it's one of the best. Well, it's not better than like one or two.
I just watched it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a deep. I watch it all the time, man. I love it. That big white motherfucker with the abs is cool looking as shit. The one who drinks like the caviar and then dies.
I think that's what Vin Diesel wishes he still looked like.
Nick, thanks, buddy. Says, what's up? My first super chat. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, man. He says, you guys are awesome. I was in a car wreck. My fault. Can Loomis and Chalice insult me for it?
Okay. Go ahead.
I haven't been able to drive a car in about 6 months since I had a couple Boilermakers and got behind the wheel and did the same thing. So I can't really insult you for it, but I've been given shit by this guy for 6 fucking years about it because he thinks he's all special because he pretends what he drinks is tea. Well, we all know what's inside that cup.
Yeah, it's goddamn tea. Unlike you, I got a joke for you, Dr. Chalice.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knock.
Can I sleep with your sister?
No, shut your mouth. Knock, knock. Don't ruin it.
Underwear. Who's
Too
there?
stupid.
Who's there? Who's there?
Your AA meeting. Shut the fuck up to get one. Anyway, you had a car accident.
That's not true. I never go.
Yes, I know. He's dumb. You had a car accident.
False.
It's not. It was your fault. Get off your goddamn phone and quit the texting. Get off the gay porn, whatever you're looking at. Nothing's more important than driving safely on the road. You see?
Sometimes I watch gay porn when I drive.
I know you do. I've seen your goddamn Internet Explorer logs. And also chicks with dicks. You got all sorts of weird shit on there. But anyway, I'm talking to you, young man.
Definitely.
Make sure you follow the rules of the road. Definitely shut the fuck up.
I got the chicks with the dicks.
Yes, he does. I know. I saw the cum stain still on his lip.
I don't think that's
And that's maybe herpes. Anyway, just follow the rules of the road. Get home safely. Stop looking at your phone, texting, driving, talking, driving, whatever you're doing. You're stupid. And I hope that your license was suspended for 6 months because that's what you deserve. Unless it was something accidental, like you hit a deer.
Yeah. That's
by the way,
I expected.
By the way, you was a I don't know how to do this, Courtney, necessarily, because I don't really, but yeah, he just wanted me to do some NFL returning as Anton Segur. Yeah, I'll do my best. So the NFL just came back. And then Rodgers in the NFL. It's not your lucky day. Why do you think it's your lucky day that Green Bay kept Aaron Rodgers? Well, I've just always been a Green Bay fan. I think it's really cool that we still have Aaron Rodgers. You think it's cool? It's not so cool. He threatened his coach. He threatened his teammates and his career. It's stupid. Keep the quota. It's your lucky quota. Bye. I don't know because it's hard to set it up because I don't know. We'd have to be. Well, we'd have to be doing it. I know, but it's not like an ASMR thing because it's not. It's hard to do it if you don't really. I mean, but
you better do it,
dude. I swear to God, man, those ASMRs, shooey, dude. Those video views they get. God damn! I wish we could get a little of that juice.
Weird.
I wish
they're fucking weirdos.
Well, they are, but it's like, but I wish we could get a little of that juice. If we could get those views, man.
It just gives me a boner, and it's a confusion.
Well, I know it does give you a boner. It's the weirdest thing because a lot of people say, "Oh, it's relaxing." Dude, look, you'll nut. If you listen to that too long, it's over. It's straight fucking Niagara Falls out of your wiener hole.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
And then you feel bad because she's like, "Well, I didn't really have much pleasure in it." She just relaxed me to a point where I was like, "Well." And by the way, don't ever watch porn first and then go to an ASMR video.
Oh yeah, no. Jason Dyer, either that or you go to sleep. But Jason Dyer says, "Did Aaron Rodgers play this week?"
I don't know.
He says, "You guys ready for Halloween Kills? I'm taking the day off and enjoying epic greatness. Love your faces."
Love you, man. Thanks.
Ready?
Yeah, we're
all
for
2 goddamn years, man.
Yeah, we're all hyped up about it. We're all jacked up on the Halloween do. Yeah. But we are going to have different methods of seeing it. Mike's going to go to the theater and seeing it, which is pretty cool. That's a sexual thing. I'm going to be watching it from home on the cock.
We gotta. By the way, we gotta work that out, dude, because we gotta get together the second we're done watching it and film all our shit. So we're gonna have to plan that bitch out. I don't know how we're doing
we'll just meet up after it's over.
You just go to the fucking movies with me. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to do that.
Just get your fucking ass up.
I know you want to give me a hand job, but remember last time you have to cut your nails.
We'll work it out. Sean Tubby 123, thanks, buddy. Says number 1, sup glow sticks. Number 2, miss y'all. Been busy with college. You get those fucking grades and you get out of your mom's house. Jay, you gotta please watch Entourage. Fucking thank you. You may now stay at your mom's house. Number 4, are y'all going to see Kills together? That's funny that you would say that. Number 5, love y'all.
Number 4, no. Number 3, I'm not gonna watch it because Mike wants me to watch it.
Corn nuts.
Yes.
Number 6, Raiders. Hey, Raiders fans had a great fucking week, man. Y'all had
we actually just talking about Raiders the other day.
Yeah, y'all did good. We were watching the game. We were fucking pissed drunk filming videos. Edward Santiago says, so we got to do a watch along when Halloween Kills comes out. All hail Loomis and Mike. Stay golden.
Cool beans, man. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, we already planned that too. That's another thing, which I know it's not going to be for everybody, but the Peacock thing, I think the subscription, and I'm not 100% sure it's either $5.99 or $10.99, and I don't know if you have to pay the $10.99. You'd have to pay the $10.99 to get it ad free.
It's $5.99, I think. I looked it up.
Yeah, I think it's $5.99, but you get ads. If you get $10.99, it's ad free. So that would be one.
Premium was $5.99. That's what I saw. I didn't see a $10.99.
Well, maybe it is. Whatever it is, but just definitely get the one that's ad free because you don't want to be watching the movie and then it like a goddamn commercial comes up for Valtrax.
I know this only
take you completely out.
I know this only because this week I've been doing a lot of writing for something that we call Halloween Horror Month, and it has something to do with something on the cock. And that's the only hint we'll be giving about Halloween Horror Month this year. But trust me, you're going to be there on October 1st because I think you guys are going to fucking love this shit.
Oh, okay. Well, Iron Wolf says it's $10.99 ad free.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me.
Well, whatever. Right. I mean, that's cool.
Right. I was wrong.
But yeah, so, it's going to be interesting. But what we were thinking of is like doing a commentary with you guys afterwards. And I know not everybody has $10.99 in their pocket, but hopefully a lot of you guys show up because that'll be fucking cool as fuck.
Oh, yeah. And we'll definitely, I don't think we'll do a commentary night of, but we'll probably, I don't know. We'll have a commentary up the week of Halloween Kills. No fucking doubt in the biscuit basket. So
I like a live. Like we couldn't do a live one.
We could do a live one.
Live commentary?
Yeah, you could. Technically, right? Because you can just watch it and then turn.
Yeah, that would be interesting too. Because actually, we could do. I don't know. I was thinking about like doing it on Zoom because they could see our faces while we watched it, but we'd be off camera, so it'd kind of be weird. But I guess we could just do it regular style.
Yeah, we'll just get together and watch it together for the second time. We're definitely gonna go see it theaters together when it comes out. Dylan Greeley says, "Hey, Mike and Jay, Biscuit Boy here. Keep it up. Hey, that was
thanks,
fucking new. Tinky.
By the way, let's give a hand on a Wednesday evening. 3:30. 3:30. Not A. It's my watch reads different, but 330 people in the house watching this. That's very nice of you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out.
I love it so much that I want to fuck it, and that means I want to fuck you, all of you. The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts. Buffalo Staps, thanks, buddy.
I think that's not the trick. That's survival.
Buffalo Zapsky says, "Can you have Slenderman give me advice for the preseason hockey game that I play? For the preseason hockey game that I plan to get hammered drunk before, during, and after for."
Oh, okay. Hockey. Okay, well, this one advice for you: make sure that you don't draft. You enjoy yourself with your adult beverages. That is what you need to do. Okay, that's fine. No problem whatsoever. Make sure you also bring along trustworthy friends to watch you back when you might fall over on the ice. And also, don't try to do streaking because it's cold on that floor, child. Your feet could get frostbite. And what if you fall over? And if you fall over face first, your wiener could get frostbite. If you butt naked. Anyway, you stay and enjoy yourself in the stands. You take in the excitement, the sounds, and the smell of hot dogs and nacho chews and whatever else is around there that they are serving. And then you go home with a hangover in the morning. Take plenty of ibuprofen, drink some water. You're going to be A-okay, right as rain. And then have yourself an egg sandwich the next morning. You have the evening. Yeah, it's weird.
Egg sandwich is pertinent.
Egg sandwiches, like they really do help you. If you have a hangover, dude, you get a nice fat egg sandwich. That'll clear it up. cleared up.
Jamie Gore, I love this. This is a great question. It says, what would your reaction be if Michael popped up at the end of Scream 2022 and was destroyed by Ghost? No, excuse me. If Michael popped up at the end of Scream 2022 and just destroyed Ghostface, would you be mad, confused, or excited? I'd be
excited.
Fucking jacked to the tits, dude.
Excited. I would love it. You know, and you know, that would be, for me, that would be the final death knell that Scream needs. It's like it's over now. Like Michael just said, fuck this. Stop acting like assholes and running around with your ghost face masks on. You've done this 3-4 other times. It's done. It's over. Don't get no more callbacks. I don't know.
That's cool. Not why I like it. I like the Scream sequels. I just would love to see Michael.
You like all of them?
Ghostface. I don't think they're all good, but I want more forever and always
I think that if Ghost, look, you know, honestly, I still think that the best way they could do it is if they tied in Ghostface to Michael Myers, recreating the murders that happened in Haddonfield in 1978 and doing that kind of story, because I would love that. That would be kind of a soft reboot, and I would like it. And then you could even have Michael Myers at least not show up in the film, but maybe as a mention or something, or like see a TV news report or something.
That would be so fucking weird, dude. That would be wackatoo poopy doos.
I feel like it would fit right into the Scream at the meta thing.
Hey, we are 1 month today, by the way, from a little movie I like to call
Grave Encounters 2
by Ridley Scott. No, from Halloween Kills. We're exactly 1 month away today. So holy tits. It's about to happen. Anthony Stamps, thanks, buddy. He says, Jay, what are your thoughts on PlayStation announcing a Wolverine game made by the same people who made Spider-Man PS4? And how do you feel about Tony Todd voicing Venom in Spider-Man 2 for PS5, Jay?
It's fucking awesome. And I feel like that's a huge incentive for anybody to go out and get a PS5. Like Spider-Man the game on PS4 is incredible. They did a fucking top-notch job with presenting like a very comic accurate Spider-Man and doing a great job with the voice acting. And then the Miles Morales game that came out after that was awesome as well. Tony Todd voicing Venom, perfect. You couldn't get better than that. Wolverine, you know, I think that's exciting. The thing, and he is the most popular X-Men out there, but you know, I would have rather them have taken the same engine and love and dedication that they used for Spider-Man and done something with the one character I've always thought has always got never a fair, accurate representation of what he could be in a video game is Superman. They've always done a really big injustice to Superman. And if you look at something like Arkham Knight or the Arkham Asylum series, and they did such a fantastical job with that character, bringing him to the video game consoles. And then Spider-Man, I would have thought for sure Superman would have been one of the next big one. But it's cool. I mean, but Wolverine's always, I think he's, you know, X-Men Legends, they did a fantastical job with that too. I don't know. I honestly, if you're going to ask me which I would take an X-Men game rather than just a Wolverine game. But I'm excited. I mean, definitely, but I'm still going to be an Xbox fan bitch for life. I just am. I love Xbox, man. But I do appreciate Sony.
And I'll tack on to that Madden fucking sucks again this year in EA Sports. So you need to get your shit together and give up the fucking license because your game blows donkey dicks. Okay? That had nothing to do with your question. I just wanted to say that out loud.
Loomis, like in Injustice. No, they did a great job with Injustice. That's what I mean. But you didn't get to play a full game as Superman. Injustice, it looked incredible. The story was awesome. So even so much so that they even spun off comic book series based on that video game, and I've read them, and they're amazing. That's again, Zack Snyder, perfect guy to make an Injustice movie happen. But either way, they've never had a full-on Superman game that's been really good. You just imagine if they did something like Arkham Asylum, the same guys, Rocksteady making a Superman game, fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Superman game. I think it'd be dope as shit. Sorry you're having trouble with your internet there, Patricia. Hopefully that clears up. We love you very much. All right, let's get into the fucking news, man. Let's get to the goddamn movie news. Why not fucking start with the tip of Halloween Kills tonight? We usually do it last, but we'll just do it first tonight. Maybe you have it on bedtime. I don't fucking know. But yeah, let's take a looky here. Well, wait, before we do that, that did not work. But Josh Nitch with a huge super chat, man. Thank you very much for that. That's super sweet. He says, love the content, guys. Been a fan for a long time. Keep up the great work. 2 questions. Have you seen Bug starring Michael Shannon?
Yes.
I've not. But
it is incredibly fucking creepy. One of the more atmospheric movies out there. Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon are incredible in that. Definitely one of those movies that make you feel like I don't have enough shampoo to take a shower after this, because it makes you feel gross, especially when she buys into the psychosis. Holy fuck. Yes, it's a great movie. Very underrated.
I can't believe I haven't seen it because I'm a fucking Michael Shannon fanboy.
It's so good. You got to watch it.
Love that guy. So I definitely need to watch it. I also like Ashley Judd. And he also asked, have you seen the cannibal movie Ravenous? Two of my favorites. Ravenous, is that the one? I believe that's the one with Guy Pearce in it, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds familiar.
And I saw it forever ago, and I can't remember a goddamn thing about it, except for it was in the olden times, and it had Guy Pearce in it. I'm going to look that up just to make 100%
Ravenous sounds familiar. I might have seen it. I don't know. MAGA Cat says, yeah, you're correct. Mood and atmosphere. Now that's what I want to see. That's exactly what you'll get with Bug. By the way, it's got a weird green. It's got a weird green lighting. And for some reason, the green lighting makes you feel like even more uncomfortable. It's got like a stark green lighting they use that kind of film. I don't know. It kind of fucks with you. Like, it's like, God damn, I'm green with envy. I don't know. It makes you, I don't know if it's like the same reason why Wes Craven used the pattern on the color of Freddy's sweater, red and green, because it's disturbing and disgusting to the eye. Those colors together. So I almost feel like the green, because it's like this really sickly green. Like in Beetlejuice.
Like, James Polchess said Michael's butt has a weird green lighting. I bet it does.
Yeah.
I bet if Michael bent over and spread those butt cheeks, it would look just like Saw. Like
yeah, what? There's all sorts of traps and shit in there, and there's diarrhea just hanging off the edge of it. Looks like the toilets in the first Saw, just filled with shit.
Josh, I think I own the DVD or the Blu-ray for Ravenous, and I watched it, and I just don't remember it. I'm sorry. I wish I did now that we could talk about it. But
it just
really
sounds
appreciate
familiar.
the super sweet super chat, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Connor Clary said, heard the UK fan showing for Venom 2 was really good. Are you guys excited for it? That is part of the news tonight, Connor, so we will get to that. But yeah, we're pumped for fucking Venom, of course. I think it looks awesome. But all right, into the news, into the woods.
Let's go. Let's go be gay with Father and I.
See if this thing will work now. What the fuck did I do? Why aren't you working? Why? Oh, here's why. Here's why. Booyah. There we go. Halloween Kills. A trailer. Another. That kid is back on the escalator.
That son of a bitch.
Another Halloween Kills trailer has been rated and is going to come out maybe as soon as this freaking week.
I think it's too much.
6.
Yeah. I want to see it, but at the same time, just like that a wise man once in Angels in the Outfield said it best. Less is more, Chip. Less is more. They already gave us enough. I've already got enough to wet my vagina, and I'm ready to go have a baby with Michael Myers. I don't really need to be stimulated anymore there, Michael.
Why are you trying to tell me to go fucking goat, man?
Yeah, because
that's why I think
you're putting pussy on a pedestal, bro. You've been putting a pussy on a pedestal. No, I do it. But yeah, I think that it's interesting and it's exciting. But honestly, at this point, I think they're going a little overboard with. Look, everybody's excited. Like Halloween Kills is going to be the #1 film in October. There's no doubts about it whatsoever. 100% going to be the #1 film. It doesn't really need any more lubrication on its tracks to get it, into the ancient temple of that vagina hole. It's already going to fuck people's minds up with how good it is. So. But it's cool. I mean, if you want to watch that, but you always run the risk if you keep on pumping out these trailers that you give away. We've talked about this before. Halloween 2018, one of the best kill scenes that they gave away because of the closet scene. They gave that away in the trailer, just a throwaway. So everybody saw it, everybody knew it. When you went into the theater, you were expecting it. You don't know if a TV spot, one thing happens and they let one of the better kills go, and you're like, oh, not that it would really take away or diminish it, but as a fan, you might be like, oh shit, it'd been really cool to go in there, kind of like. Ooh, I didn't know that was coming. That's badass. I don't know.
I don't want it. Like I don't need another trailer. Like as you would say, my vagina's very
nice
moist.
And lubricated. Yes.
But
moist.
I just don't. I don't care necessarily. And I also just think that I do think what we're about to get is the CinemaCon trailer. We thought we were reacting to the CinemaCon trailer, but this trailer here says that it is 2 minutes and 16 seconds long. So it's a full fucking trailer. This is just the trailer, I believe. I don't know. I got no sources. I just believe.
Who's your sources?
I would imagine it's my my nutritionalist. I just believe that it's probably a CinemaCon trailer, because what I didn't realize when we did the reaction to the trailer that came out, they did show the van scene, right? And they showed what's not apparently Laurie, but somebody pulling at the mask. They didn't show the scene that we described in the beginning of the CinemaCon trailer scene where those little kids were like, the kid's like, hey, are you okay? And the kids are like, hey, some guy's playing hide and seek with us. Remember that creepy sounding scene?
Oh yeah.
So I think this is just the CinemaCon trailer, but I agree with everybody else. I don't need it. I don't think the movie needs it. I think the movie's going to do what it does, baby. But they're probably going to put this out, and then on the end of it, this time they'll be like in theaters and on Peacock. The Universal probably they're not really worried about the spoilers or anything like that. They're probably just wanting to make sure with one big fat trailer probably put in front of theaters that this is going to be on Peacock too, because that hasn't been in the trailer.
That's probably I could see them using it as an arm to advertise the streaming service to give them a little bit more of a boost in recognition. But again, Halloween Kills is going to be the biggest movie in October, 100%. So if it's announced just on Twitter, because Twitter and social media is the way it's so big now. Everybody already knows that needs to know that it's going to be on a streaming service. But it's probably just a vehicle for them to maybe give them a little bit more attention, a little bit more spotlight. But if they show too much, like I know the kids and the whole thing with the hide and seek. I think someone had said it was Kyle Richards that was in that scene, or they thought it was Kyle Richards. Is that her name, Kyle or Kylie? So I mean, I don't know. But look, it's interesting. But at the same time, it's like, for me, it's like releasing another trailer. Like, I know that they're probably doing it to promote Peacock and get on the cock, that juicy cock. It's all about it.
Jump on the cock.
But I think that it's also one of those things. It's like a guy's trying to tell you that he's the football star of the high school football team while walking around with a Letterman jacket and slamming a nerdy kid into the locker. We already know. And we're expecting you to win at the big game on Saturday. So you don't need to tell me. Like, I already know. I'm already hyped up. Everybody's already hyped up. You blonde-headed looking fucker from Zachary Ty Bryan from Home Improvement. We're already impressed. So it is. But what's interesting is we're all gonna watch it, whether or not we say that. I know that everybody online is gonna say fuck that.
I'm not too worried about the trailer because this is an hour and 45-minute movie that's gonna have a lot that we haven't seen in it. But Megalomaniac says the angry mobs didn't say evil dies tonight. They said we want hot pockets. Could you imagine if they're standing outside we want hot pockets?
Can I get that pepperoni and cheese, please?
I just want to see, like, you always
that
see
could have been one of those old Tombstone commercials, like the guy's getting ready to hang. He's like, what would you like on your tombstone? Pepperoni and cheese.
You see on the news all the time these angry crowds, whether it's over masks or what the fuck ever, shouting shit. I would love to see a whole crowd in unison just going like, pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time.
When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. That should be
bagel
where that'd be the commercial. I think pizza. I mean, first off, you don't have to convince anybody
good shit
to
like
get
that,
pizza
right?
bagels, because pizza bagels are one of the best inventions of all time. Okay, that motherfucker deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, along with the one that invented what are those
pizza rolls?
Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody who stuffed pizza inside of something
deserves a
Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah.
This belongs in a museum.
But don't stuff pizza inside of yourself in any orifice other than your mouth, because it gets messy. I've tried it 100 times. I mean, I've seen other people try it 100 times. Mm-hmm. It's weird. Like, you think all the things you love, you want inside of you, but they hurt when they go in. I don't know what just happened. Gary Catlett says, you need to make a series where Loomis questions a different slasher in each video, trying to get in their heads. You could do Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, and Dr. Loomis going mad at his nephew, Billy Loomis. We fucking done it, Gary!
We actually have a 2-part series. We did plan on doing more, but we haven't really got around to it. But we did. I think it was called, I don't even know what it was called.
Is it called Sessions with Loomis or something?
Sessions with Loomis. But there's 2 episodes up, but we did do that. Dr. Chalice was one. More than that even. Huh?
We even did more than that. We did Chalice, we did Batman, and we did Marky Wahlberg.
Well, I know. I think. Well, I'm talking about the set. We had the whole set thing. It looked like we were trying to go for the Maury Povich show in the '80s.
Yeah, we basically did the same thing. We just put an intro on one.
But yeah, that would be. Yeah, who knows? If we get some time, we might do it.
And we have more episodes of that planned out too. So you're right. I'm just kidding. I wasn't actually yelling at you, Gary. I was just joking. But no, we have that, and then we have more ideas for that. Grind Gillen says, "Who do you think? Who do you guys think the opening pumpkin? What do you guys think the opening pumpkin intro will be for Halloween Kills?" That's a great question too.
I don't know,
because last time they had that sweet ass fucking undeflating.
I hope it's a Miley Cyrus swing in. and it just breaks the wall. I came in like a jack-o'-lantern. I just
Scored
hope
by
it's
John Carpenter.
Yeah, you don't see anything, and then just like a brick wall that just gets shattered by a fucking.
Even better, dude. What if it's Michael Myers on a swing? I came in like a and like he hits he hits the jack-o'-lantern with a hammer on his way down.
I'd be fine with that, or the jack-o'-lantern itself. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting because it's weird. Like now that is, a lot of people do pay attention to that. A lot of people, I think one of the best openings Halloween ever had, Halloween 2, the original 1981. Was it 81? That was awesome with the skull inside of it. That was one of the coolest ones ever. And then of course, I was it. That was 5. Remember
5 with the
the movie sucked big fat cat balls, but the opening was cool as shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and then the inflating jack-o'-lantern. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know what they could do. Maybe
you need something violent. I think you need something fucking violent. But I haven't heard a single utterance, and everybody I've spoken to who has seen the movie, I made sure to make clear I don't want any spoilers. I don't want too much at all. Just whether you liked it, why'd you like it, whatever. But the people I've spoken to who have seen the movie, not one of them has mentioned the opening. Not one of them has mentioned a pumpkin thing. So I don't even know if we get a fucking pumpkin thing. I don't want to know until I'm sitting in the goddamn theater. But
that's not bad. I mean, because Halloween 4, did they have? They did. Because I remember just opening up on the fall setting.
It wasn't a pumpkin, but there was pumpkins, right?
Yeah, but that was a cool. I mean, if they do it something simple like that, I think that'd be fine too.
That was fucking awesome.
Of course, it's not. I mean, but of course, they could just open it up on Jamie screaming, and then I don't know, not even really have one. Yeah, and then her face morphs into a jack-o'-lantern.
There you go. Right
there you go.
Anthony Stamp says Rocksteady is making a Suicide game, and the trailer makes it seem that Superman is also the target. Also, do you think we'll get another one-shot killing spree like an H2, like an H2018 in Halloween Kills? My best guess is nah. I think that was like a one-off. If I had to guess, I don't think they're going to do another one-shot scene. That's just. I think the closest. No
I mean, maybe when he takes down the firefighters, maybe that scene.
It could be anything, or maybe the flashback scene.
Yeah, I think that they learned. I mean, look, one of the biggest travesties, for me anyway, the Halloween franchise is that you never saw the attack on the police station, ever. Like, was it Halloween 4? That would have been one of the coolest five. That would have been one of the coolest. That might have served and saved that movie a little bit more if they had just shown like a Terminator esque vision of Michael walking through that police station and fucking shit up. Like he's like, I ain't paying that parking ticket, bitch. Fuck you. And just like murdering every detective and cop in that whole place. That would have been cool as hell. But yeah, I think you might get one of those.
I like what Colton Candler says here. He says, I want a pumpkin on fire. That would totally fit the theme of coming out of 2018, going into Halloween Kills. I like that idea.
Yeah, and then Michael runs out headless and throws it at the camera like Sleepy Hollow.
Jesse McLaughlin says, hey guys, the wife's pregnant with our 4th child. Had our first woman today. Right. Congratulations, fellas. I didn't mean to say fellas. Congratulations to you and your wife.
They understand.
That was an absolute mistake, Jesse. That'd be a funny joke though if I meant to say it. Like if you're ribbing your friend, it's like, oh, congratulations to your husband. No, congratulations.
Oh yeah.
He says, do Loomis or Marky Mark have any parenting tips or name ideas?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was waiting on you.
Good. I don't have kids.
What would Marky Mark say?
What's his kid's name in real life? Like, what's Mark Wahlberg's kid's name?
Oh, that's true too. But no, I would say if you're gonna name a kid something, okay, if you're gonna name him anything at all, you should make him a strong name, something like Mark fucking Wahlberg. You know, I won't be offended. I got a whole fucking restaurant named after me, after all. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you wake that kid up every day at 4 o'clock in the morning. You feed it fucking 5 turkey burgers. You get the fucking protein going in that child. I don't care if it's a baby or not. Maybe you have to feed it to the mother. You give it the breast milk. Okay, and then you give her the breast milk, and then but you give her the turkey burgers, so that the protein goes through a tit, and it goes through a fucking tit, and then it goes into the baby, and then the baby gets the protein, and you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every fucking day. I don't care if it's 3, 4, 5 years old. You get it the fuck up. You make it work out. It's going to be a strong baby.
You sound like you're trying to read a dictionary really fast. I would just tell you, when the kid gets old enough to speak its first word, send its ass to military school. It needs discipline, and you're probably not cut out for it. You've already got 3 other children. Okay? Guess what? it's not going to get the time of day. And also, if you name it Michael Audrey, you're dumb as shit. You're dumber than a sock of rocks. Because first off, you name it Michael. Second off, you give it a goddamn girl named Audrey. Of course he's going to walk around with anger. They go, oh, there goes Audrey Myers. Little girl Audrey Myers. He likes to use his purse as a Halloween trick-or-treat bag. Murder happens next. Send that boy to military school, ROTC, yes, sir, Captain. And then you have him go from there. He better join the goddamn Air Force. It's easy as shit from what I hear compared to the other branches. And then when he's out, he takes care of you. Guess what you've done? You've avoided a serial killer in your town. Have a good day. End of story. Next.
Dirk Jason Hall says, and congratulations, by the way, man, to you and your wife. Dirk Jason Hall says, have a great weekend, y'all. Went to Texas, had a great weekend. Went to Texas Frightmare, met Savini, Hodder, CJ Graham, Lar Park, Lincoln D. Wallace, Malcolm McDowell, Ed Neal, Ed Gillen, Art the Clown, the Creeper, and Tom Atkins. Who dat, baby? Don't you fucking hoot at me this fucking week. Also,
well, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
$10 because after spending all that money on autographs, you have no fucking money left in the bank. Okay, you must have bet on the fucking Saints.
Malcolm, who?
Sorry.
Malcolm, who betrayed shit. Yes, I know that, man. I know that false Loomis fake. I will start a chaos scene in his face.
Thanks, Dirk. We love you, dude. Except for the Saints thing. That hurts.
Is that a Saints thing? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, who dat say gonna bite them thing? Logan Hennessy says, just got out of work. How's it hanging? God, it's fucking hanging shriveled and slightly to the left, but we are here. Are we not?
Going good, man. Thanks for asking.
One more piece of Halloween Kills news before we take our first pee-pee break of the night, because I got pissed like a motherfucker. Okay?
Yes.
This fucking guy, and I know you've seen it too, Jay. I've got it pulled up on the screen here, but I know you've seen it too because we've been tagged in it at our asses. This fucking dude went out into the goddamn hurricane at Galveston Beach.
I did see that, yeah.
Dressed as fucking
That's
Michael
dedication
Myers.
To work. That's all I see is I see a dedicated man trying to do what's good for his family.
he fucking decided, hey, they say you're not allowed on the fucking beach. They say you're not allowed on the streets. You know who they also say is not allowed on the streets? Fucking Michael Myers. So I'm going to dress up as Michael Myers, and I'm going to face that hurricane like Lieutenant Goddamn Dan.
Do you know what he did? You know what he got tackled? You know what he got tackled? Or when he was running, he's like, we are the youth of the nation. That just sounds like, that looks like, because it reminds me of the School of Rock. It's like, oh, that is so punk rock. It's the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life, but maybe he thought with the evil inside he could turn back the waves.
He took Michael Myers as a killer shark way too literally.
You know what's funny is
he tried to go into the ocean and be a killer shark.
His profession as a lawyer, he is a killer shark. So he's got the right mask for his job.
He fucking got arrested. But the sad thing is that they arrested him at the first fucking place. They arrested him for disturbing the people or whatever the fuck it is.
Disturbing the atmosphere? You disturbing the waves?
Like,
there was nobody on the goddamn beach. When he's stupid, let him do it.
He should have done the fucking Twister thing. When they came up, it's like, sir, I need to put your hands on the ground and drop the knife. He'd be like, is that what you think it did? It came after me. My house. He's like, no. And the cop's like, you got so much more to live for. He's like, who? He's like, me, Joe. From Twister. No. But he's a lawyer.
I was just trying to get into the sex zone.
That was a scary noise.
You know what that is? That's just when you've had a really, really messed up week. 7 days of torture, 7 days of bitter. And my girlfriend went and cheated on me. I'm going to run to the hurricane and drown myself tomorrow. Nah. Michael Myers. Like, that's
he
the
went
worst
down
day.
faster than he did in H5.
Yeah, dude, that guy closed the case quicker than anything he's ever done in his career. The fact that you picked that day to test out your cosplay for the next horror convention and you decided to run to the fucking wave because you're like, I'm trying to show God my cosplay. Oh man, I kind of wonder like what his like. I really would like to like when he had the interview at the jailhouse, what or why he was doing it. Like, did you get cheated on? Were you just pissed off that you lost the case and you just lost?
He
your
says
cookies?
They talked to him. They asked him about it. He said, so if let me go up to here. Let me find the actual article here. He says Metzger, a lawyer, in that area. By the way, I found this dude's Facebook. I just want to point out real quick. I found this dude's face because my first thought was we got to have the dude on the show. Like, right? Like, we got to talk to him. Like, what the fuck was going on?
I don't mind.
But I went and looked at his Facebook.
Unless he's a convicted,
and I'm not
for real.
100% sure that's the best idea because in his main Facebook picture, I won't post it here because it's personal Facebook, but he's standing on like the back of a truck dressed like he's a member of fucking, what were the brothers? The Road Warriors?
The Legion of Doom. They were called the Road Warriors before. Which one was he, Animal or Hawk? Which one?
I don't know.
It makes a big difference.
Like a road warrior holding like an American flag, and I couldn't tell if that was like one of those weird January 6th things, you know? So I was like, maybe we're not fucking. I don't want but he's a handsome fucking guy. This dude is built as fuck. He's huge, and he is a beautiful man. Like, the guy looks like a movie star. Anyways, sounds
like you found out your next lawyer and your next person that you want to blow.
Yeah, like, holy God, like it's infuriating, like kind of guy you don't want in the room with your wife. You know what I mean? Regardless of his wackadoo possible political.
It's like what do you? It's like what do you like to do? It's like, well, my hobbies it's dressing up as Michael Myers and screaming and trying to stab the hurricane. I was trying to stab the hurricane. I was trying to save the world.
I didn't go any deeper, so I don't want to put any he's a lawyer. I don't want to put any misconceptions out there. That could have been like a fun Halloween thing he did. Like, I don't know that that's what he was doing. But
well, you know what? It was bad enough.
I walked away.
Even lawyer speak. You got arrested, so you broke the law somehow. I mean,
I would love to find out that that's not the case, and then maybe we get on the show. But just to be very, very clear, I don't know. I
watched Night Court. Don't worry, I kind of have my degree in Night Court.
But anyway, this big, handsome sumbitch, huge, big as fucking Tyler May and Michael Myers, big. He says that in a second post made around 7:20, Mesker wrote his appearance on the beach was about bringing positive vibes to the gloom and doom out there, generating some laughter, helping people crack a smile, and restoring our faith in humanity through humor. Hey, it sounds like a nice fucking guy.
I like that. Yeah, that's a cool thing.
It sounds like he was just trying to make some people laugh who were scared of the fucking hurricane. And if anybody makes you feel safe in the face of a fucking hurricane, it's Michael fucking Myers, right?
Yeah, that always clears up my night terrors. I just think about Michael Myers and what he does to people. You know, because you know what Michael does? Michael doesn't kill anybody. He just lifts their spirits up. He's not a horror icon or a slasher. He's just a misunderstood man with Audrey as his middle name. He's not out to hurt anybody. What a load of shit. But you know what? In his defense, I think he was, that was probably just a little joke that he was pulling. Maybe he didn't even think he was
pretty cool
breaking the law. I didn't even think. I wouldn't know if Mike and I, if we lived on a coastal city somewhere, be like, hey, dude, there's a hurricane going. We should go out there and get a really quick shot. Well, it'll be in our videos. Like, we'd run out there with our cameras looking like assholes and then get arrested. Be like, what did we do wrong? I wouldn't even know.
Fucking years before we ever started a YouTube channel, we did that shit. You remember? We went out and stood by the creek wearing the Michael Myers mask and just watched cars slow down when they drove by. Like, we did that shit years and years ago before we ever did the YouTube. Creek. But the creek in front of the old house, the little fucking
yeah. Little did we know that we were intimidating drivers.
Right. Yeah. He went on to say, so if taking a silly walk down the beach during a storm in a costume and subsequently being arrested for disorderly conduct accomplished any of that, then I'd do it again all day, every day. And he says, I'm still fuzzy about what was illegal about.
Well, that's called drunk. That's called being intoxicated. I like that though. I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less than the guy, if he's on the back of a truck dressed as the Legion of Doom with an American flag in one hand and a fucking a Coors Light in the other, drinking it, looking jacked to the tits. I expect nothing less than that response.
Hey,
go get it, Tiger. You fucking show him. Dot, Lars.
There's a little bit of video too from Jeff Ball. Here he goes. What's with the music though?
Well, I can't hear it.
It's just some random ass fucking somebody skeetering on it. Sorry, he's just looking at the fucking camera.
There you go. Michael Myers.
Yeah, I can't hear it, so I can't put. But it's funny.
It's just pointing at the camera. Yeah, but hey, I don't know about the picture I saw before, but as far as this particular,
that looked like how he was walking down the ramp at a WWE event. Maybe he wants to be a wrestler. Maybe that was his move.
That's pretty fucking cool to me. Like, we should all be able to go out and fucking stand in front of a hurricane.
Well, yeah,
it's basically like all of us, dude, when there's a storm and your mom's like, don't go near the windows. And you're like, I want to see it. And
I
you
love
like
it.
run outside, you just stand there and look at it. He's basically all of us doing that, right?
Dude, every time,
tornado.
and I know it's stupid. I mean, you shouldn't do this, but every time it's like, oh, there's a tornado watch. I love to go out. I'd run outside. I'm like, I smell the air, and I pick up the grass like I'm fucking Russell Crowe in Gladiator, and I let the dirt fall from my fingertips, and I smell it, and I'm like, oh.
Or you just do Bill Paxton from.
And then I'm like, what if I get struck by lightning and I get the powers of Raiden? What if that happens? What if I get the powers of the Flash? I'm just going to stand out here until it happens. I know, but I love it, dude. I love the look.
I hope you die.
I swear to God, if things had turned out differently and maybe things hadn't gone a certain way, I think we would have been storm chasers, dude. I think that's the most interesting, most fascinating job of all fucking time. I really do. I would do if I knew for a fact I would get paid to do that shit. I would do it in a heartbeat. I would trick out a fucking van that I got from Willie Nelson for $25 and put all sorts of sensor equipment in it and just chase fucking tornadoes, dude.
That'd have been fucking awesome. I would have done that, dude. We used to sit back all the live long fucking summer day and watch tornado videos. Be like, man, it's gonna happen for us. We're gonna be storm chasers someday. That could have been our fucking YouTube channel, but here we are.
Dude, that would be. But I mean, you imagine how cool that'd be. Like we sit in front of our little like. We wouldn't even know how half the shit worked. We would just have like lights up, but we would pretend that it was like really doing something. Like, yes, South by Northwest. There's at least south. Now it's moving southeast. The winds have picked up. Mike, we're looking at an F4.5. He's like F4.5. It either goes to F4 to F5. It's like no. This is a 4.5. It has the potential to be a 5. We've got to get the drones up there. We would be LARPing. But actually doing a good video. We would actually be doing like real shit.
We storm LARPing.
Storm LARPing. Except you could die.
The second that they realized that this dude had a fucking fake knife on him, the officer should have said, yep, it's fake. Hey, let me pat you down real quick. Now let me give you a pat on the ass. You fucking have fun out there, buddy. You fucking go out there and you do. That's what they should have done. But they arrested him.
If they told me, like, hey man, you need to go out there. There's a guy on the sandy beaches trying to take on the hurricane, and he's walking around dressed as Michael Myers. I'm like, I've seen all the Halloween. Fuck that. You can give it to Tracy. She's new. She's a rookie. I'm not gonna go do that. I would have wasted my fucking time. Actually, I would have pulled up next to him and I'd be like, hey buddy, you don't see that big strong wind coming and those big giant waves? You're gonna die. You're not coming back like Thorn. You might want to get out of the way. And then I'd have drove on, and they're like, that'd been it.
It's just imposter Michael. Just drove away.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have, but it is. I mean, they charge him with disturbing the peace. I really don't know how that works, but disturbing the peace sounds like kind of a strange. It's almost a vague.
The knife I understand. Like if you show up to a theater,
well, if it was a real knife
on a fake knife, but you're on the beach, nobody else is around. He's clearly doing something for fun. Let it go.
Was it a real knife, or did they ever say?
No,
it was
a fake knife. Fake knife. They confirmed it was fake. Buffalo.
Well, I guess they have to approach it in the situation.
Yeah. He says Kane should use him pointing as the Miami U. Yeah, that'd just be a fucking.
That would be. That'd be good. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, I gotta take a piss, so we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Enjoy this little video. We'll be back with more movie news. Venom 2, fucking Warrior, The Bodyguard, The Purge 6. I know what you did last summer. Some really cool stuff to talk about, so don't go nowhere, okay?
Say you.
Well,
is this on?
Where's this? There it is.
Hey!
Hey,
I guess nobody's working.
What the? There.
Is this on? Hey! I guess nobody's working. Hello? Welcome back, you sick sycophants, to Uncomfortably Close with Dr. Loomis. It's not uncomfortably close. It feels quite close, but it's not uncomfortable. Today, we're not talking about Michael. God damn you, Michael. We're talking about Marky Mark and the Fuck You Butts. He has good vibrations. So, without further ado, Marky Mark and the Fuck You Butts, come on out here. Let's talk.
Hello, Dr. Loomis.
Hello, Marky Mark.
It's nice to finally meet you, even though we're this close.
I don't feel so good about meeting you when you're this close.
You know what? I don't like being this close to another man.
That speaks a lot of your character.
It's good to see you, Doctor.
It's good to see you as well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
How's Michael doing?
He's in jail.
Is it good?
No, he's still missing.
You think he's going to escape again?
I hope not.
Doctor, I hope he doesn't escape again. I got kids. I got a life I gotta worry about. I got a good job. Things are going well for me. Me and Peter Berg, we're gonna make a movie about it and we're gonna save America.
I have a security clearance. I don't want to lose either.
You wanna make a movie?
No. How's that doing?
He's doing pretty good. You know, he's not real. He's a bear. He's a fake bear. Like your
How's things been going?
I like your little mug here.
Don't touch
what do
it.
you got? Is there some alcohol in
If
this?
you like to touch it.
There's some alcohol in this?
Yeah,
Dr.
maybe.
Loomis?
If you got a hand on the heat, get out of the kitchen.
God damn, Dr. Loomis. That's
no.
some strong shit you're drinking there. Is this some real shit going on? Do you have a problem?
That's Asian tea.
Oh.
With vodka.
We got some delicious treats backstage, Dr. Loomis.
What'd you have?
They're delicious.
What were they?
I had a nice a sorbet. They had a sorbet with some custard cream on the side.
Who the? What is that? I don't even know what a sorbet is. Are you trying to poison my guests? What is a sorbet? What is it, Marky?
It's like shaved ice cream.
Shaved ice cream.
It's shaved Italian ice cream.
Why would you just have?
You know my mother's favorite Wahlberg.
Oh, okay.
She used to make me sorbet ice cream. all the time. Are you gonna keep interrupting me, Dr. Loomis?
Maybe. You play Rocky Balboa. It's a great story about an Italian that makes a name for himself and gets a bottle of cream.
Yeah, the Italian stallion.
The Italian
That's not the character.
Then they name a sub after that.
That's not the character I'm playing.
Who are you playing?
That's not the character.
Who is it?
I'm playing Mickey Ward in the fight.
Mickey Ward.
Mickey Ward.
Ah.
He fight Arturo Gatti. Arturo Gatti, he's a great fighter. You know, Mickey Ward grew up around the same place that I grew up. He's been staying at my house.
I'm not gonna read much into that. Have you been sleeping in the same bed?
Have you been sleeping in the same bed with Michael all these years?
I wanted to keep him in jail.
You have been, haven't you?
I said I wanted to keep him in jail.
Did you put your little finger in Michael's bum?
Have you ever killed a small defenseless animal? Like a bunny or a mice?
Why the fuck would you ask me a question like that?
Like a mice. Okay, you have. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm not used to interviewing regular people. I'm more used to interviewing serial killers like Michael.
Just ask the fucking question.
Like Michael. So you're promoting a new movie, GoBots? The children loved it in the 80s.
It's not GoBots.
This is the Power Rangers. Zordon has a lot of issues, you know.
It's Transformers.
Oh yeah, speaking of a sexual transformation, Marky Mark. It's a bit Oscar baiting, but it is 2017, so everyone's doing it. No problem with it. But you're knowingly. Michael, calm down, it's just an interview. He speaks sometimes.
Stop talking to your fucking dog.
He's there.
It's just a...
Jeff, I shot him 8 times. I'm sorry.
Shut up 6 times, Dr. Loomis. 6 times.
Let's talk horror. Did you really carve the tattoo Nicole forever in your movie Fear? Fear! Did you do it?
Don't get that close to my fucking face.
I never will again.
No, but I did finger that girl on the roller coaster. Renee Zellweger.
That was Drew Barrymore.
Whatever.
Never been kissed.
Whatever.
But she was kissed later. She was a liar. A liar.
But a funny thing about that scene, Dr. Loomis.
What?
It was scored by Bush, 90s band Bush.
Machine Head.
Glycerine?
Yeah.
Ironic.
Good.
Considering.
Good. Brooklyn Pab. Speaking of the 90s, Marky Mark, tell me your thoughts on God.
What do you mean?
Because I'd really like to meet him. So, Marky Mark and the Fuck You Butts.
It's the Funky Bunch.
Funky Bunch of the Fuck You Butts.
Do I call you Dr. Lupus?
I don't get what you call me.
I'm gonna call you Punch the Face if you don't fucking stop it.
I'm gonna call your therapist if you don't stop it.
You are my therapist.
Okay, that's true.
I thought that's what this was.
This has gone wrong. How's your wife?
She's good, Dr. Loomis. Don't talk about my wife.
I was asking a question.
I like to keep my family out of the spotlight, you know?
Okay?
You wouldn't know.
There's a spotlight.
You wouldn't know about that, would you, on this cable access fucking PBS shit?
This is not cable access.
This is a shit show.
This
looks like some fucking YouTube channel.
What channel?
It looks like some shitty ass fucking YouTube channel you got running here. You got a guy with a boom mic that's got a dead fucking skunk on it.
That man saved my life in Vietnam. Are you friends with Bumblebee in real life?
That's a fucking car, Dr. Loomis. That's a fucking
It's a Mustang.
That's a fucking car, Dr. Loomis. You're starting to piss me off. God damn you, Michael!
God damn you, Michael!
God damn you, Michael!
God damn you, Michael!
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question.
Fine,
How come you can never catch the son of a bitch? He goes around, you know he's gonna get away. He escapes every fucking movie. Let me ask you a question. Can he die? Can Michael fucking die?
I don't know. I shot him 6 times and he didn't die.
No, he didn't fucking die. He escapes every fucking time.
But
I think it's your fault. I think someone else needs to be in charge of Michael.
Maybe so. Maybe you should be in charge of Michael.
Well, you know, I got some friends named
You
Michael.
have Optimus Prime and Bumblebee and the whole squad.
You know,
I can catch him.
That's not the only fucking movie I've
And
made.
10.
I did other fucking movies, Dr. Loomis.
Yeah, that happened.
I was in Max.
What's a special Wahlburger sauce?
I can't tell you that, Dr. Loomis.
What is it?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because it's a special Boston
He's
thing.
not forthcoming.
Tom Brady came in the sauce one day, and we
He came in the sauce?
He came in the sauce.
He came in the sauce.
The great Tom Brady came in the sauce, and we mixed it together, and then we got this great Wahlburger sauce that you gotta come try sometime. It's not the first time you've had gum in your mouth. You should come down.
Where is it? Where is it? You have many locations. Tell me the specific one that you're going to be at.
It's not in fucking Haddonfield, Dr. Loomis. It's not in fucking Haddonfield.
Nothing in Haddonfield except death, chef. Except death, chef.
That's fucking death because you can't fucking control your fucking monster.
I did. The hospital couldn't control him.
I wouldn't have
enough of my business.
I wouldn't have you in my fucking restaurant anyway because Mike would show up and kill the whole fucking
I
restaurant.
wouldn't want to be in your restaurant either way because it smells like sweat and desperation.
You can't keep your bitch on a leash, Dr. Loomis.
He's not my bitch. I have my dog at home, thank you.
Michael,
So,
fucking eat that dog.
Monkey, man, it's good.
Fucking eat that dog.
He didn't eat it.
What else does Michael eat? Let me ask you that. You think Michael would like a Wahlburger?
He eats lettuce.
You think Michael would eat a Wahlburger?
It is delicious.
You write a fucking another book about it. That first book was a piece of shit, but maybe this time
The Devil's Eyes was great. So, Marky Mark, you typically play the action star in many of your movies. So tell me. People would like to know. How would you handle Michael Myers if he escaped? What's he will? I'm telling you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Michael Myers right now is they should have never
Did
brought
you
in
hear about? Let me ask you. Do you think that? Well, I think no. Just to make sure. $1,300 for residents outside of Florida is too much for an annual Disney World pass.
Yes,
with tax. It's fucking unbelievable.
That's insane.
No, dude. Yeah. So this is crazy. I was so that same article that I looked at where it was talking about, you know, the possibilities of them opening up or expanding the Disney Plus and allowing those movies to be like a week early and then paying like $35.99 and giving Disney their due, you know, as long as they calm down a little bit. The same guy was like, he had said that he had been a Disney annual pass holder for like a while with him and his wife because he lived in Florida. But he said apparently, so it's fucking crazy, dude. So it's $299, and it's a lower tier, I think, but it's $299 for Florida residents for an annual pass, Florida only. If you live in Florida, you get it's called the Dixie Butt Crack Dust or something. I don't know. It's just a low tier, but it's $299 per person for an annual pass. And he thought that was too much. I looked up. I was just curious to see what, because he said, oh, they raised the price after 6 years. They've already raised it that much. For someone that lives outside of Florida to get an annual pass, it's $1,300 fucking dollars.
No way.
But you know what's really interesting is they give Florida residents the option. You can put, I think they said you can put $200 down, and then you can pay a certain amount a month to pay off the, you know, the full the holy shit premium package, $1,300, $99 a month.
Disney is just, they're raping people. I mean,
yeah, they
left
are.
and right.
Yeah, and they don't have they don't give one shits if they're standing behind you in the shower. They didn't even ask to come in. They just say bend over like Shawshank Redemption, like the sisters.
I guess if people are paying it though, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You know, if people are fucking paying it, I guess. But that's insane. I would never do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would love to. I mean, I haven't been to Disney World in fucking for when it sounds like 12 years old. I would love to go it. Or you know, just have a good time, because I mean it is pretty interesting and cool to go, because I would love to go see the Galaxy's Edge and shit like that, but at the same time I'm not going to pay $1,300 fucking dollars. And then on top of that, so that's just your annual pass, then you got to think about your flight, and then you got to think about your hotel accommodations, then you got to think about your food. If
you're paying that for an annual pass, I think they're probably thinking that you're one of these people who gets private flights and they take their private jets and they go up there all the time. So they're getting as much out of the really rich people as they can. Because I don't know what person has enough money to even get an annual pass to live outside of Florida to go there anyway.
Well, it's weird, dude, because Disney is I know that they suffered, and I mean they lost a couple of pennies. They lost some money during the pandemic. Every company did, but it's not like they couldn't bounce back from it. But this is a multi-billion-dollar fucking company. And the fact that they are literally jacking people's jaw on these prices and raising the prices. And again, I don't know if this is true, so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that they had also said that from now on, they're going to keep the parks at half capacity. I don't know if that's true or not. So even if you pay the $1,300 annually, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be able to get in the park if they have a queue and you miss that queue line. So it's kind of fucked up. And the guy that was talking about this specifically in the comments that I was reading about was that he used to pay a certain price, and him and his wife did, and they would go every year. But now he had 2 kids and he wants to take them. But I guess they charge individually, even if you have a fucking newborn. Like
Christ.
the newborn is like, hey, we love you because we're Disney and we're a magical kingdom. We'll knock off $20, bitch.
Well, let me ask you this: Are you an amusement park guy? Because I'm not an amusement park guy. Whether it's Disney, I like Universal Studios. That's about it. But
the thing is, if I lived closer to Florida, I would love to go and experience. I would love to go to Disney World as much as I could. Not Disney World proper necessarily. I would like to go to like Galaxy's Edge or the Harry Potter thing because I'm a geek and I like that kind of stuff. I would go to those kind of places, and I would go to Universal Studios. But that's where I would go. That's where my main focus would be. But as far as generally, no, I'm not a theme park guy. But if I lived closer, because Florida residents get a little cut on it. They get a little cut on those annual passes. But here's the thing. You would have to justify paying that money if you went. Like you would, if you got an annual pass, you would have to say, I'm going to go every 2 weeks. Or like, because, if you were like in your head, you're like, all right, I'm going to hit Epcot this time. And then I'm going to hit the Magic Kingdom, because they have it sliced up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I like theme parks. And then Halloween Horror Nights would be fucking awesome to go to.
Right, and that's Universal, right? So
that's Universal.
If I had the money, I would do Universal. I don't really give a fuck about Disney. I would go if I had money, but and I'm gonna take the kids at some point. Like we have plans to take the kids because that's the thing.
I think it would be fun to go
twice when I was a kid, but
I went when I was 12. I was one. One time I went, I was like 1 year old. I was 12 years old. 1 + 2. I was 12, but I was 12 years old, 13. I don't think I appreciated it as much. And it's so weird that you think that now because you're a kid, you should be like, oh, it was all magical. It was great. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't fucking really appreciate it until now. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, I would love to go and see the big ass Millennium Falcon ride and go. And I'm not going to say take a picture with Goofy or whatever, but it would just be cool to walk around and you could drink beer. I think as an adult growing up, on that kind of stuff, I think being able to go would be fun. But as an adult and being able to experience
it's fucking hot. There's a lot of fucking walking and a lot of waiting in lines. Everything fucking costs 3 times as much as.
God damn, you sound like Polly from Rocky.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't like
the negative Nancy on it.
That's what I'm just saying. As far as theme parks go, that's how I am about them, dude. I'm really negative. I'm down on theme parks. I'm down on zoos. We go to the zoo like once a year with the kids. I fucking hate it. I hate the fucking zoo. The zoo's a goddamn miserable fucking place. It's hot as shit. The animals are all fucking hiding. Everything costs twice as much, and it's a lot of fucking walking. I hate the zoo.
I think, I haven't been into the zoo since I went on a field trip in middle school. I think we went to the Cincinnati Zoo, and that was as far as I went. I mean, it was cool. I got a couple of gift shit. I went to the gift shop and got like a gorilla and like a giraffe, but I barely remember it. I wouldn't want to go to the zoo. I wouldn't want because I would imagine it just smells like dry crack and dry, poop. It
smells awful.
Yeah, I don't want to go to a zoo necessarily. I would love to go, but just a theme park though, like roller coasters and do the whole thing one time at my age, one more time. I think that'd be fun.
I think my hatred from theme parks comes from roller coasters, though, because every time we fucking went, it was always like, you're going to have to ride the rides, Mike. And I don't like fucking rides. I don't like fucking heights. I don't like that shit. It gave me anxiety as a kid. I would scream, cry, throw a fit to not have to get on those goddamn rides. Don't trust them today. Didn't trust them as a kid. Man built, fuck you. No thanks.
I think it's one of those things. I don't think it's you don't have to get on the rides. You could just experience the park itself.
When you're a fucking kid, you do. They make you get on them shits. Now, I always fight my way out of it, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, now I'm talking about now though, going and experiencing it as an adult. Well, I know, but you can go and but you could get fucking drunk first and then like figure out what you want to do after that. Even though it is very risque. It's very risque because if you get drunk walking around a hot ass park, there is a very good possibility you will find one of those trash cans at your nearest convenience and vomit into them. Yeah, and that's really embarrassing. But who knows? I just think it's a lot of money, man. $1,300 for an annual pass, and it's a fucking multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the most magic place in the world. I think that you cut your guys, your customers a little of a discount, especially during the pandemic, or after trying to recover from the pandemic. You'd be like, yeah, it's not going to be as much because you want more people.
No, Disney's the same people. They wouldn't let like some kid, someone died and like they wanted to use like Spider-Man on his gravestone, something like that. I don't remember the exact story, but like Disney wouldn't let them. Like they sued him over it. Like Disney's.
I do remember something like that. Yeah.
Their call says best horror mystery box for autographs in your opinion. I don't really know, dude. Like we did horror box, and I think we got some good autographs out of that. Creepy box is fun, but I don't remember if there's a lot of autographs in that. So I don't really have a good stature to give you a recommendation for good horror autographs, to be honest. I go to eBay and just pick the ones you like and buy those.
I honestly, the only autographs that I would trust is if I were able to go to myself and get the autographs. Because I mean, I'm not saying that they're not going to give you a shitty or a fake autograph that, you know, their auntie signed somewhere in Michigan, that they were trying to pass themselves off as James U. Courtney. But I think the safest route, honestly, if you're going to get an autograph, you want to pay out the money for it anyway. I mean, you think about shipping and what it's going to cost you to buy it on eBay. You might as well just put the money in for like a little savings account and go yourself to the convention and get the autograph.
There you go.
I mean, unless it's in Brazil or something, but other than that,
with a certificate of authentication.
Yeah, so you know for a fact, and you could take the picture showing them even signing it.
Right. Gary Catlow, thank you very much. The message was retracted. I don't know what happened there, but thank you. Jake Cup, what's up, dude? I hadn't seen you in a while, man. He says, sup, guys? Hope you guys have been well. Super excited for Kills. Also playing our first show in 2 years, so I'm fucking pumped and low-key nervous for that. Love you guys and the Wham Fam too. Love you, Jacob.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Hey, your fucking band's awesome, dude. I enjoyed listening to him. I hope you guys do awesome. We just went to our first concert since this whole thing's been going on. The first actual I
hope you melt their fucking faces off, and when they're skeleton people, they come back for more, and they're gonna hold up fighters. But they probably won't work because their fingers are going to be bone.
Use the nervousness for your performance.
They'll look like Ghost Rider out in the crowd because you've melted their faces off with your fire.
It's nice to see concerts coming back, man. I fucking love it. Lego Rhapsody says, I'm in 8th grade and there's this girl I like and she sits next to me in math class and I feel like she likes me because she's mean to me. Any advice?
Yeah, that's
so
possible.
8th grade's tough. 8th grade's tough. I want to say you probably shouldn't be watching this because it's probably ruining you. But I will say thank you for watching it anyways, Lego.
Let the boy watch.
No, I will say 8th grade is rough. Gotten a lot of fights over girls in 8th grade because I was one of those kids in middle school. I wasn't popular at all. I got picked on a lot, got bullied, but I did pretty well with the ladies nonetheless. So those two things got me in a lot of fights. I
had the double whammy from you. I was not popular, kept picked on, and no ladies. I didn't even have a girlfriend until I was like 16 years old. I read comic books, guys. That's what I did. If a girl, but you know, he has a point. If the girl's being mean to you in 8th grade, and she's probably interested in you. I mean, I think that listen, even when you get older, they still act like assholes to you, and they still like you. It's a weird thing. It just never leaves them. So if she's doing. If you like her too, I don't know, punch her in the face. Don't do that.
It depends, man. It's like what kind of mean is she being to you, right? Is she like joshing you and like laughing, or is she like mean? She's
like lightly tapping you or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. If she's like joshing you and busting your balls and stuff like that, then maybe she does. It's a tricky situation you're walking into. That being said, I am a fan of the rip off the Band-Aid mentality. And if you believe it in your heart, go for it. And if she says no, if she's mean to you because she doesn't like you and she says no, she's probably going to be a bitch about it.
Why don't you just ask her? Why don't you just go up to her, or you could just leave her a note? I don't know if you guys still do know. I guess it would be text messages, or leave her a note on her Facebook wall, and just be like, "Look, I've been noticing things about you. Do you like me or not? Do you want to go to Christmas soiree? Do you want to go to the soiree? If you do, say yes. So otherwise, leave me alone. Okay? I'm interested in your sister anyway. If she says no."
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the way to go. She's obviously want to make sure she doesn't have a boyfriend. You want to get beat up. 8th grade's a rough time. But you really have to decide whether she's being mean to you because she likes you or not. Really think on that. And if you think it's because she likes you, you fucking go for it, man. You go for it. Just watch your toes out there. You be safe. All right.
You'll be all right, man. Don't worry about it. It'll all come to you.
You'll be it. Hey, and if it doesn't work out, there's another one 2 weeks away, 2 days away, especially at your age, man. They're going to be coming at you left and fucking right. So don't sweat it. Don't make it feel bad about yourself. What did Gene Simmons used to say? Gene Simmons used to say,
if you ask out one lady out of 100 girls, or you ask out 100 girls, at least one of them's going to say yes.
Exactly.
So, but he didn't really ask him out. He was asking him for a different reason. But don't worry about that right now. Wait till you're older, you idiot.
Good luck, Lego. Let us know how it turns out, my friend. Andrew Contreras says, have y'all seen walkthroughs of Halloween Horror Nights 21? The Halloween 4 maze is apparently awesome.
I did. No, I literally, right before we jumped on here, April and I were watching the Halloween Horror Nights. I can't remember the YouTube channel name, Grimlight Collective. It was pretty good. It looked kind of weak sauce a little bit. It looked the best part was Halloween 4. They do have a Halloween 4 maze, which fucking they did awesome with. They did dude. I wish to God we could go there because it looks so cool. And then they had the Exorcist Mazed, which was good. And then they had the Purge thing. The only one that looked like shit, well, at least for me, because I've never seen the show, is A Haunting on Hill House or whatever that thing is on Netflix. House on Haunted
House.
Yeah, that one. That I didn't know
House.
anything about that, so I mean, I would have been pretty lost on there. But it looks incredible. Again, Halloween Horror Nights, man, I would love to go there just to experience that one time because it looks fun. You know, I get some collectibles. I want a balloon. I want a cup, and I want a T-shirt that I won't wear, but I'll just put it on the wall.
Well, I saw our buddy Eric Striffler went, and we talked about. So we were actually going to be in Florida around this time. We were going to go. There was a Killer Clowns from Outer Space soundtrack release thing that they invited us to go to, but we ended up going with Scarefest instead because it was during the same weekend. But our buddy Eric went, and he said it was a blast. Maybe next year we go with Eric or something.
I would love to go.
We actually get to go and experience that. That would be dope. And
if we can ever rig up some cameras on our bodies, so we can get our reactions while we're going through it. Because I mean, there's so no cool, dude. The only thing I like what I saw, from when they were walking through it, nothing would have scared me like in Halloween 4 at all. Like I would be like, oh, that's fucking cool, whatever. But then there were like other shit. I'm like, yeah, there's like the jumpy parts. I'm like, I'd get fucking pissed.
I think Halloween 4 is more to enjoy it, and the other one's more to get scared.
For super fans, if we went, it'd be like, oh, this is cool. Like I remember this scene, but if somebody else that was just terrified of Michael Myers, like Cody's wife, it's not so fun.
Does he wear the Halloween 4 mask? Because that's not going to scare you.
No, actually, from what I saw in the walkthrough, in a few instances, he looked like he was wearing the Trick or Treat studio mask. Because I think when there's one that jumps at you, you can even see the holes in the neck. Like you fake fuck. And then when you walk around, there was one but he does have the bandage. There's one scene at the very beginning. You walk by the garage in the beginning of Halloween 4 or where Loomis has that confrontation. They recreate the confrontation with Loomis with the bandage, Michael. That looks pretty cool.
That's cool. They need to hire us to come up there and fuck with the crowd while they're waiting in line. You and me, Loomis and Michael, just go up there and fuck around people, have some drinks, have a good time. Why don't they hire us to do that?
Because we're not funny. That's why, and we're also not that popular.
That gets us every fucking time.
I know,
Jay.
it's such a little thing. Can you overlook that?
I hate it.
Can you overlook that?
Yeah. Everyone here does, and that's why we love you all. Thank you. Rads Cody P123 says, "Hey guys, I love your butts. I mean videos. Love them both, my friend." He says, "Can Loomis give Scott Patterson a shout out? Don't hold back. You guys are awesome." For Scott Patterson.
Scott Patterson, the unsuccessful brother of James Patterson, the author. Scott Patterson, you know what you do? You walk around jealous, mad at your brother James because he's written a lot of books, mysteries, and then you, Scott Patterson, you could shut the fuck up, Peanut Gallery, before I put a wiener of Michael in your mouth. Thanks. But yes, Scott Patterson, I don't know what to tell you. I hope that you have a good life. Your last name is Patterson. And unless you're born General Patterson or James Patterson, it looks like a bad situation for you. I think that they would say, "Doctor, who was involved in the mass robbery at 7-Eleven?" And I would say, "Scott Patterson." That's the name. That's the name that most criminals would use. You have a shitty name. Hopefully not a shitty face, but I think you do. Anyway, Scott Patterson, keep on being not cool. Have a good one.
Go.
I really, what's weird is I hate doing that because I really don't like being mean to anybody. But it's like I don't know. You have to do it. Yeah,
you like it. That's why you do
I don't like it.
It's your angry alter ego. You know it. Go Flamingo says, if you could make romance with any girl or guy, if that's your style, or both, from the Halloween franchise in their prime, who would it be?
It's good. I don't know because I'm thinking of a lot of and I know some people like the bush, they like the jungle, and they like to go and find the temple inside the vagina temple. Because I'm thinking of that right away. And then like for some reason, girls in the 70s had like rocket titties. Woods. They had rocket titties. They had like titties that were like really. If you look at any Friday the 13th movie, their titties always look like they were getting ready to launch to space, but they were pointed downward.
It's the gluten.
Yeah, I don't know. But as far as attractive goes, like any Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be easy. I would go with, regardless, I'm not talking about the age because I know, let's just pretend that she's 21 plus. Scout Taylor Compton.
I just said that. That's mine. I said it.
Did
first.
you already say that? Okay. Well,
Yep.
if you said that, I honestly,
Halloween 2 Scout Taylor, well, she's a little fucked up. So you can have
no,
Halloween
I don't want
Scout
that.
Taylor
I don't
Compton.
look. She looks like Fiona Apple getting ready to sing "Criminal." I don't want to do
That's
that
nothing I
one.
like.
I don't like that. I don't like that. And she
Yeah.
also probably smells like old clam chowder. I will go with. Honestly, I'd go with the blonde chick from. I can't remember her name right off the bat. Cops do it by the book because I know she puts out.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
She puts
That's a
out,
good
and
one.
she's got great legs, and she's got a face, and so yeah, I'll go with her.
Wise up to what women want.
So I mean,
Rachel,
as long
what
as she doesn't
boys
say
want.
"fuck off, Wade," it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a fun time. That's a fun time to think about in your old spank bank. All right. Gary Callow says, I have a dark humor. I made a joke about Halloween Kills. I said it should have a certain type of mask, but I didn't know if it was too soon, so I retracted it because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, that's very thoughtful of you, Gary, because she had a retracted comment there, but that's very thoughtful
So
of you. Hey, why risk it?
But what was it like? What do you mean? Like, was there a spoiler or something?
No, there was a joke that she didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So, that's understood. Appreciate
Okay, that's
that.
cool, man.
Appreciate
That's
very
cool.
thoughtful of you. Ice Skate Jesus says, feels good being able to catch a live stream. It feels good to have Ice Skate Jesus in here because now
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Ice Skate Jesus ice skating.
That guy's
And
going to
Jesus
keep the
ice
hockey
skating-
team drunk. He's just going to keep on changing their Gatorade into wine when he skates
thinking, like,
around.
I'm thinking like Buddy Jesus on ice skates.
He'd be like,
though,
you have wine. The Gatorade's supposed to give them electrolytes, and you're just making him more fucking angry.
Ice Skates Jesus. So you mean Wayne Gretzky?
Ice Skate Jesus sounds like a band that opens up for Creed.
It absolutely fucking does. All right, let's get back into the news here. Thank you all for your super chats. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Some things to talk about real quick are ta-da! Venom Let There Be Carnage did a test screening or a mini screening or whatever the fucking dick. They said it was amazing. The action scenes were top notch. Tom Hardy and Woody did amazing as Venom and Carnage as expected. And warning, stay till the end. The audience went crazy. So there's a post-credit
Oh
sequence.
shit, man!
There's a post-credit sequence where people get fucking Bukachu.
Can I
And,
can
I know
I
what
just
you're
say,
thinking.
Tom Holland?
Maybe.
I'm
Is
thinking. Well, because listen, Sony still owns the rights. Okay, they're only loaning out their horror. They're only putting it out there for their other pimp, Disney. They have rights to the Spider-Man, and they've always wanted. Sony has always wanted to build their own little universe within this because Spider-Man has some of the best ever villains out there. Rogues Gallery, if you will. They've always wanted to do the Sinister Six. They've always wanted to do their own like insulated universe. I think it's Tom Holland, dude, as Spider-Man that shows up in a post-credit scene.
That would be pretty fucking sick.
Because because there was a lot of rumors already leading up to the fact that yes, the Venom movie, it was going to cross paths with Tom Holland's Spider-Man at some point.
The only trepidation I have about that is this, and people aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but can we be honest for a second? Since the dawn of time, meaning Avengers-ish time, people, I'll never forget sitting in fucking, we went to see Ant-Man in the movie theater, right? And by now,
I liked it.
It was great, yeah. But like by now, like the whole thing was in full swing. That was at the point we knew what to expect. After credit sequence, Easter eggs, everything. And we go to watch it, and some people just bought in way too fucking hard. Like we were excited from day one, you know, the Avengers and shit, Captain America, all that. But there was this group of people that just went. They just watched too many YouTube videos or something. This group of people behind us were in Ant-Man fucking pajamas, and every single time someone would say, I heard Captain America said this, they would squeal and go, this division Captain America. Ah!
Yeah. Like I wanted to turn around and be like, I collected comics too. I'm ashamed that you're the same virgin that I am. Shut up. We can smell our own. Yeah, they were going way too far.
on purpose. And there was a little time period there where like if Marvel dropped a fucking hint at some fucking fourth-rate character from some comic book 12 years ago, everybody in the theater would be like, yes, they did it again. Fuck, I can't take it.
I feel like that's one of those. Well, I feel like Star Wars fans do that. I feel like Star Trek fans do that. I feel like the Office fans do that. I feel like anybody that's been invested with a series for a long time and they've like grown up with it, jacking off to it, and like, you know, eating their own cum, they feel like they have the authority on it. So when anybody else discovers it for themselves and it's new for them, they get, you know what it is? It's just it's a possessiveness. It's an ownership over it. Like they're like, oh, but I already knew that. Well, you also need to get laid and stop spending all your times in a fictional show and a fictional world and call comic books. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. But as far as the bonus little endings though, it's become so normal. I'm not shocked that Venom Carnage wouldn't have one. And the fact that they've already teased out the Tom Holland crossover with Tom Hardy's Venom, I feel like it makes total sense that they would do something with it. Everybody's expecting the Maguire Andrew Garfield show up at the end, or at least around, or at some point in the whatever the new Spider-Man movie, Never Going Home. I don't know, Never Getting the Prom, whatever the fuck they're calling it. But it's so stupid. The Spider-Man titles are fucking dumb. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but let's be honest, those titles
No Way
are fucking.
Home, I think it is.
Those subtitles are stupid. They're stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Just call it Spider-Man 3.
I'll Be Home Before Christmas.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like let Chevy Chase sing your song. But yeah, I feel like.
Spider-Man, planes, trains, and
Yeah,
automobiles.
Yeah, I thought that was a pillow. It's your finger. But yeah,
what temperature do you think it is? 1.
Yeah. Look, I think it's one of those things though. Do I think it's time to move past the extra credit scenes? Maybe, but I'll tell you one thing. I know who's not going to move past the extra credit scenes. The ones that made them, the MCU. And anybody associated with the MCU, because you got to give them credit either way. They're the ones that started that shit, so they're allowed to continue it. It's only until other companies start really copying their shit that you're like, all right, guys, come on. Like they do that. MCU does that. You don't have to do that. Like if okay, for example, we see the Batman. If the Batman with Robert Pattinson has like 4 bonus endings, I'm like, God damn, dude. Just why don't you take the fucking effort you took to put that shit in after the credits roll and just put it in the goddamn movie, and I'll watch it. I swear to God, I'll watch it. Like you don't have to wait. I gotta pee really bad, and you're waiting till the credits roll.
Yeah, so, I would make a Deadpool 3 where he just literally farts, just a big long fart after the credits.
That'd be
that's
hilarious.
All I'm saying. Like, the obvious idea is there when you see the audience goes crazy for the post credit scene. Is automatically think, oh God, we're doing Spider-Man. Cool. Yeah. That is something that's worthy of a fucking thing. But knowing how I've seen Marvel fans in the theater on opening night react to like the tiniest shit and act like it was special. God's gift, I'm not sold that it's that big of a deal. But we'll see. I hope it is. I hope it's cool. I don't mean to be negative about it. I'm just saying like that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and just to reiterate what you're saying and just kind of like clean that butt a little bit. I do want to say that Mike and I are huge MCU fans. We think MCU is like, you know, they're one of the best companies out there. And they started a trend and they did an amazing job. They took Iron Man and they cast it perfectly and they broke the fourth wall. They broke through with something that nobody thought that really, I mean, yes, Spider-Man had happened, but Marvel, they went out of their way to be like, no, we're going to have a shared universe and actually tell a story on a massive epic level. And they got everybody right. They got all the people right to play the roles, and they had a great writing staff. The thing about the MCU though is while I don't know what goddamn phase that we're in. What fucking phaser setting are we in? Bullshit. But whatever phaser setting that we're in, phase 3. I'm saying, but up all that shit was great. It was awesome. It was some of the best shit I've ever seen. Some of the best storytelling I've ever seen. And Marvel and MCU are masters at doing it. But I also feel like it's become a lot. It's redundant. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with phase 4. Not that phase 4 is not going to be incredible and it's going to be great. I think so, but not like, I feel like the magic happened with the Infinity, the last Infinity movie. And that was like, that was the magic.
Yeah.
So now I feel and I feel like people had also said that before, like comic book, what was it? Comic book, not dilemma, but fatigue.
Yeah.
Comic book fatigue. I just don't want
I see
other
that
companies.
setting in.
I just don't want other companies copying them. Like again, I
Right.
feel like Sony's in a unique position. I feel like Venom Carnage should be like a fucking straight up, no holds bar, rated R, gross, just in your face movie. Very dark.
And
And
let's
that's
focus
it.
on Venom versus Carnage because that's enough. Like we don't.
That's
need
all I mean.
to tie
Yeah,
everything to
I
it,
don't
too.
even
Yeah.
need a bonus ending for that. I mean, it's cool that
Right.
it's cool that you're going to bring Tom Holland in, but I don't know how the deal works with Sony and Marvel. Are they going to allow him to participate? What if Sony says in the next Venom movie, if we do a Maximum Carnage, you guys remember that video game and that comic book series?
Mhm.
Do a Maximum Carnage that's fucking rated R. It's it's really gritty. It's really atmospheric.
Well,
It's
this one's
something that's
PG-13.
yeah. Well, make it rated R. I mean, they're not going to allow
Yeah.
Tom Holland to be in that because it'll fuck his character up as far as like how they've been presenting him. So it sucks, man, because I really think that Venom and Carnage should be like a rated R flick for real.
I would like it too. All right, we'll have to get a little bit faster about this because we're almost out of time. We still got a few more stories to cover. Marco Vivator says there's rumors that Spider-Man is mentioned and Morbius gets mentioned, but that was the rumor when the Spider-Man 2 trailer dropped. I think Morbius would be a cool thing. I think Mr. Sinister would be a cool thing to see. There's so many
Sinister
cool
would be great.
characters to see in there. I don't think it has to be Spider-Man.
Morbius
yet.
is
They said
is
they're
that
gonna
Nicolas
take
Cage?
their time. No, that's Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah, he actually will
Yeah.
work out as Morbius pretty well. So can't wait
Yeah.
to see that one.
Anthony Stamp says, what do you guys think about WB uploading the Zack Snyder Justice League Blu-ray trailer as unlisted? I didn't realize that it was
I
out
didn't know
until
they
I
did
saw it
that.
on Walmart. It seems like WB is trying to bury this movie. No fucking doubt. No fucking
Well, yeah,
doubt
dude, we
in the
knew that
world.
from day one.
The steel book and everything is so hard to find.
Yeah,
People,
dude.
If your finger on the pulse of it, people are like, they're selling out. Best Buy didn't get enough copies of it, so they don't have enough copies to sell people. The movie's a big fucking deal for the fans, and
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is literally burying it. It's a fucking fact.
You know what? You have to be
That's what they're
goddamn DB Cooper to find that fucking Blu-ray right now. That's how fucking valuable it is. And it's but we knew that from the beginning when HBO Max, Warner Brothers wouldn't release the numbers that drove HBO Max because of the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. It's the weirdest. Like they hate that man in a passion that I've never seen before. It's like Loomis hating Michael. It's ridiculous.
They literally don't want your money for his product.
It makes no sense. Say, hey,
in a corporation ran by money, they're literally throwing money away just to not promote his movie because they're so fucking embarrassed.
Hilarious.
That's punk rock as fuck.
He took $70 million of
Zach.
your studio money and he made twice that back and gave you subscriptions twice that. And you're like, fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was just a little nothing. Joss Whedon is the man. Suck my white ass ball.
Warner Brothers should be embarrassed about that
They really
entire
should be.
situation. Thank you so much, Patricia. Appreciate that very much. Marco says, Mike and Jay, your thoughts for Tony Todd voicing Venom? We talked about that a little bit in the Spider-Man 2
Good
game.
stuff. Good stuff. Good
How
stuff.
fucking perfect, right?
Tony
That's
Todd
like the
should
most
be
perfect thing ever.
He should do more voice acting.
Yeah,
He's got
he
a
should.
very unique, solid voice, man. I love that guy's voice.
The clip of him doing that was fucking amazing, by the
Mm-hmm.
way. It was awesome. Thank you, Marco. Josh Nitschke, thanks, buddy. He says, Joker 2 is rumored to have been greenlit. I'm curious, which other character in the Batman's Rogue Gallery do you think should get a solo project? Also, what are your thoughts on the original Old Boy? I'm ashamed to say I've never seen the original Old Boy.
I've never seen the Old Boy,
Or the remake.
the original, even though I hear it's incredible and it's way better than the remake. As far as the Rogues Gallery of Batman, there's so many to choose from. Mike and I have always been a proponent of Black Mask. I think Black Mask should have his own feature film, but also I think a really more grittier or a darker take. And I'm actually shocked that they didn't use this in the Matt Reeves Batman that's coming out. Zaz is a fucking crazy goddamn serial killer that carves numbers into his flesh to represent how many people he's killed. I think
They did
Zaz
a decent job with him in the Birds of Prey, by the way. I thought I
well,
liked it.
I'm talking about in like the Batman, like having it focus only on him as the villain. That would be incredible. Man Bat would be cool. But yeah, Zaz, man, Zaz is like one of those characters. Calendar Man is not that good. Calendar Man's he's all right, but and then obviously the one that we've never seen and it was already ready to go. Zack Snyder, it was fucking ready. Deathstroke versus Batman as the entire feature-length film as 2 hours would have been incredible. With Black Mask pulling the strings, let's get that done.
Yeah. I 100% agree with everything you just said. And I do like the fact that we're going to get a nice look at the Riddler in this upcoming one. I like what they're doing with it. I like the whole cut of the Jip. I still don't think we've gotten a good Two-Face. And I know people don't like to hear that.
Well, I did like, what's his
I
name
don't
from
think so.
the Dark Knight trilogy, but you didn't. But I mean, I know that he could be better. You could really
Yeah.
give. You could give something really good for him.
And Mr. Freeze. I mean, Mr. Freeze is
Dude,
a
he's
really cool,
great.
sympathetic character.
Most
and
tragic
Arnold
character, yeah.
Schwarzenegger's amazing, but they fucked it up, right? Obviously they did. But there's a lot of Rogues Gallery Batmans that haven't been touched. For a character that's so popular, there's a lot of shit they've missed out on.
The Court of the Owls would be an amazing storyline.
That would be a good storyline too. Yeah, that was a really good fucking story, man. And Joker 2, I saw it was rumored to have been greenlit too. It's one of those movies like you put a gun in my head, I wouldn't know whether to say whether or not I think that movie's actually going to get made or not. Because you got to get Joaquin Phoenix signed on for a sequel. You got a lot of shit.
I think he wants to do it, but you know, I'm on two camps. I'd love to see it because Joaquin did such an incredible job with that performance, but at the same time, does it really need to be one? That's the other question. That's the other camp that I'm in.
And I feel
it was so incredibly well done, and Joaquin knocked it out of the park and did such an awesome job, not only doing the Joker, but also bringing a spotlight onto the mental health issue crisis that we suffer now and again in the country. I feel like there's no real need for a sequel, but that's just me. I mean, you could get darker with it. You could get more gross with it.
It's one of those things. If they put it out, I'll trust that it's going to be good and I'll support it. Like I want to see it. But if they don't put it out, I'll also be like, it sounds like that was probably the right decision. Like you didn't need to make a sequel. So
I wish, honestly, if they said Joaquin's going to be in the Matt Reeves Batman, I'd be like, all right, that's all right. I'll get with that. I'll get with that.
I would love.
I'll fuck with that.
I would love to see that, dude. I fucks with that. Gary Catlow says, I saw a fan art Deadpool 3 poster calling the movie Deadpool A New Home, taking the P out of the Spider-Man titles. I want it to be a real thing now. LOL. I would go for that. Like, man, I just want fucking Deadpool 3. God damn it! We should be on Deadpool fucking 5 by now. Fuck.
Yeah, man. I hope Reynolds gets his. Reynolds came out and assured. What was it, Reynolds, or at least somebody said that Deadpool was going to be unchanged. They weren't going to fuck with it, and he's Deadpool's. Ryan Reynolds is doing promotions dressed up as Deadpool for Marvel. I've seen him do a couple of little segments for Marvel, so I think that there's been a backdoor promise that Ryan Reynolds will get his day. Here's the thing: if they don't do that, terrible move for them. It's going to be a real bad day in the media if they were like, yeah, we're gonna be like, fuck Ryan Reynolds, we're gonna do a rated PG-13 one. Ryan Reynolds said no, so we're gonna replace Ryan Reynolds. You replace Ryan Reynolds, you are fucking scud missling your own shit. So no, I think that you know what I think Disney's trying to do is I think they're trying to figure out how to make a sub company, to release a rated R flick with Deadpool. I always thought it'd be funny if Deadpool had shown up at the end of Endgame and then right when the credits rolled, like the very last end credit, and he's like, what the, and then like he had the glove on, like maybe he found the glove or one of the stones, and he's like, what the, and then you just end it or something like that. Yeah, just to give him a little space in there.
I think they are. I don't care if they're making Deadpool 3 because I do care. I want it really fucking badly in the night. But I'm saying I think that Marvel has already pissed me off with it. They have already fucked it up. They've already focused on the Eternals and all this shit like that. And instead of like fucking that movie should be we should be 2 movies deeper in Deadpool than we are. And I always use 2 fingers. But I think it's fucking bullshit. I think they already fucked it up. So
what's really crazy, dude, is because Marvel's got such incredible characters that if it were, and I know that Disney has been a boon for them in a lot of ways. They've given them a lot of money and they've given them a lot more production possibilities with their characters. But if Disney had never moved in and it was just still a Marvel Studios production, it makes my wiener just quiver at the fact that we could have got a Moon Knight on Netflix, teaming up with Daredevil. What they were doing with Daredevil,
and we are getting Moon Knight with.
Well, Oscar but not Isaac, in the way that it should be told. Because I like, there's no way they're going to make that rated R, which it should be. It's pretty much Bruce Wayne going insane. That's what Moon Knight is. Moon Knight is the MCU's equivalent to Batman, but he's fucking insane. And I love that character, Mark Spector. That character could be incredibly awesome because he also teams up with Punisher and Daredevil in a lot of those instances. But it sucks, man, because
I think they got the right actor to play him, though. Oscar Isaac is
great, yeah, but I just don't think it's gonna. Hopefully the script. I could be wrong, but I just feel like he would have been really well put in on a Netflix series. The way they explored it with John Bernthal with the Punisher, give a very gritty understanding of his character, and then going from there. It sucks, man. But we'll see. I hope it's great. But here's the thing: the problem is if it does the patty cake gingerbread man treatment that MCU does, Moon Knight might not be a success because people won't get the character because they softened it up too much. Just like Ghost Rider, just like fucking Blade, the new Blade that's coming out. It's not going to be the Wesley Snipes Blade that we were used to.
I've said it 100 times before, but God, I love being a turtle. But what I also have said before is that I wish Marvel would just get rid of the properties they don't want. Like if it's not Shiny, it's Ghost Rider, it's Daredevil, it's Deadpool. Fucking sell it, man.
Yes,
like, you don't have to rid the fan. It's just like EA Sports with Madden. You don't have to rid the sports of a good game just because you don't want to fucking make it. You know what I mean? Like give it away.
Well, that's
like let somebody else who cares do it.
Well, you look at EA with Fight Night, dude. They don't want anybody else making a boxing game. And we haven't had a fight night in fucking forever because they monopolize everything. But yes, that's
Marvel, I agree enough with you. Shit to concentrate on. Let the fucking dark shit you don't want go.
I agree with 100%.
Let somebody else make it.
Like, dude, let Blumhouse, let another studio take a shot at like Ghost Rider or whatever, because you're gonna get the profits. Like, I don't know.
You got enough money to buy it back at any point.
Here's the thing. Actually, they could do what Sony's doing. Sony is borrowing out the character so they can write it and release it on their platform. Maybe Disney takes a book or a page out of Sony's book. Look, we'll borrow it out to like a studio that can do the rated R shit, and then just collect the profits.
It's like that episode of The Office where Michael goes out and starts his own paper company and then comes back. And Phyllis tells him, and she's like, Michael, you said you were waging a war against corporate, but all you did was wage a war against us. And that's kind of what Disney's doing. Disney is, they're so fucking headstrong on being the fucking monopoly of everything.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, I'll never deny Disney. I love everything they do. What they're doing is they're telling you a Deadpool's coming, but they're pushing it back. They're telling you all these characters, they're pushing it back. They're teasing you the Charlie Cox, all this shit like that. They want to hold on to it, put it on the back shelf. They don't want to risk the R-rated shit. They want to let Ryan Reynolds get a little bit older, so that we'll give him like 1 or 2 movies, but let's slow it down so that he gets a little bit older, just in case one of those movies is a little too fucking risque for us. And then all those characters, the Punisher, all that stuff. They're putting it on the back burner, and rather than just giving it to a company who could make those movies now, they're not doing it for you. They're not doing it for the fans. They're doing it for their fucking bottom line.
You know what's really crazy? Mike and I have talked about this before. We've talked about this.
They're the Death Star.
Just amongst each other, but with our friend Cody or my brother, multiple times. It's so incredible and so insane, and just what the fuck is going on in the world that you cannot make a theatrical version of Punisher that works, or Daredevil, when they're the most relatable characters, specifically Punisher, the most relatable character that Marvel has in their catalog. And I know there's Spider-Man fans out there, and I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, it's a dude that watched his family gets butchered in front of him, and he takes the law into his own hands, and he goes out and he enacts vengeance. And, I think that any red-blooded American or any human being on earth gets that. Like, hey, I got fucked over in the worst possible way, and I'm going to take my vengeance out. It's a heartbreaking story. It's a tragic story, but it's a story that we can all relate to. Just like you can relate to Daredevil in an instance where he was blind, and then, yes, he's got a little superpower because of the sonar thing, but at the same time, he has to relearn everything and go out of his way and try to figure out his place in the world. You have these incredible characters with incredible backstories, but you let them do nothing except waste away in your goddamn attic. And Ghost Rider, man, Ghost Rider's got the most simple backstory of all time. He sold his soul to the devil to save his father from cancer. And the devil, being the trickster bitch that he is, said, okay, I cured your dad of cancer, but I'm not going to save him from having a motorcycle accident. Now your soul's mine. So he got fucked by the devil. We've all been there. I've stared at Fireball.
I've even enjoyed it a time or two.
But I think that the ultimate thing is lease these characters out to companies that actually can do something with it. You know what I wonder? Is it an ego thing? Or Blade even? Because it's an ego thing. What if these companies?
Everybody wants to suck their dicks? They're the biggest company, like one of the biggest companies in the goddamn world. People treat them like they're fucking like they have loyalty to them. They are a gigantic
douchebags,
fucking huge goddamn company. Like they don't need your loyalty. Like they it's all about money. Like,
here's the question. Here's the thing. If you took them and you loaned them out to these studios that could do a great job with them, like give them the background they deserve, give them the treatment they deserve, give them the attention and the story building and the world building that they deserve, I think it's ego, because what Marvel would do is if that particular movie, you say, for example, if it's Punisher, if they loaned it out to like 20th century, let's say it's Universal, and Universal takes it and they do something incredible with it. They make it one of the best movies, ever, like you've ever seen. Like just this really Blaze Trailblazer. I don't know. I mixed that shit up. Trailblazer. In the revenge style comic book hero, the anti-hero, the vigilante, and they reinvent that whole character and they do amazing with it. I think Disney would say, fuck, they're doing better than I thought. I thought I gave them a lemon and they took that lemon and made lemonade. I think it's really what it's about is that it wasn't MCU produced. You know what I mean? I think that Marvel MCU would be pissed off that they loaned out, even though they're going to make money. They're going to make money loaning it out. They would be mad that company did something that they couldn't do because of the confines that they have in their own company.
They're not competing with who you think they're competing with. They're competing with Amazon and Netflix and all these things.
Well, you need to have allies then. You need to get allies.
Yeah, and John Davis says they did Ghost Rider. It's a good point. I see what you're saying. He said they did Ghost Rider and Punisher twice in movies, and Daredevil once, and Blade three times, and they all underperformed. I want some good ones done. I see what you're saying there, but you got to look at the time of superhero movies when they did them, though. Like
that's not true though. Blade 1 and Blade 2 were huge hits.
Yeah, Blade. Yeah, not just that though, but
they were huge hits.
Look at what they did on Netflix. But Marvel took them off of Netflix. They took them away from you. You had them. You enjoyed them. It was the perfect platform for them. They took them away. And where are they now?
Yes.
They're lying to your faces saying, maybe they'll show up. Maybe you'll get a cameo. When you had seasons of good stories and good writing and jobs and all that shit happening. But now they took them away and they're like, maybe we'll show up.
It's this cock teasing that I'm getting tired of. Yeah. It's the cock teasing. It's like, dude, you guys have some of the best characters ever. Like, I want to see a comic book adaptation of Spirits of Vengeance when it's fucking Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Punisher teaming up to take down like the devil. I want to see shit like that. Okay, fuck that. And I want Bruce Campbell to be the devil or something. I don't know. I want to see something wackadoo, and I think it would be really fun to explore that side. But we'll never get that because it's an MCU controlled property. By the way, I did notice that someone said that, hey, they made 3 Blade movies. Yes, they did. And Blade 1, Blade 2 were very, very well received, critically acclaimed. Blade 3 sucked ass. Blade 3 was a terrible movie, and it reflected that in the box office. You can look that up. And they had 3 Punisher movies, too. 3 Punisher movies. The first one, Mike and I like. Oh, no. The Dolph Lundgren one is a fun movie to watch. It's not Punisher, but it's still a fun movie. The most
recent one was a huge success.
Yes, Thomas Jane's Punisher. Feel like it's underappreciated. Could have been better. Still a good movie. Punisher Warzone, terrible fucking movie. Great character in the main guy. Jigsaw was awful actor, and obviously the Netflix series was incredible. So yeah, I mean, yes, they've had attempts at it, but there's never been a full focus on making that character like the main focus.
All right, we got a lot to get to in a little short amount of time, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. Josh Nischke says, my buddy Jason's going through a rough breakup with a bad girl. Does Loomis have any words of advice for him? I'm sure he does, Josh.
Your guy's going through a breakup.
Jason is going through a rough breakup with a bad girl. Do you have any advice?
Yes.
Loomis?
Jason, you should have listened to your mother. Don't trust tramps. I know they wear little tight sweaters and shirts, and they have midriffs. And you were lured. You were lured away. You're like, you know what that is? That's an easy lay for me. But she betrayed you. You know why? Because you didn't practice the age-old thing.
Never go ask him.
Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, but don't swallow. And that's what Al Pacino said in goddamn Devil's Advocate. It's the smartest thing I've ever heard in my life. Let me tell you something, Jason. You're better off. The bitch probably had herpes, and she was on her way to gonorrhea. You're only getting the previous. If you had gone even further with her, she'd have cheated on you with your dad. I could tell. Don't get broken up about it. There's a lot of vaginas swimming in the seas. You'll hook one yourself. and may God have mercy on your soul if you get married. You'll be okay. And Jason, by the way, stop being a pussy. Go out and do your life. You'll find a girl. God damn. Get out of my face.
Buffalo Sapsky says Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet. Live action rated R by Blumhouse.
That'd be, I don't know if it would really be a live action rated R movie, but it'd be cool.
But okay, all right. The last pieces of news we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna call this sequel speed run. All right, we'll just go through them real fucking quick. All right. That's not the right thing I wanted to click on. Fuck me in the face with a fucking anvil. Anvil? I don't know.
Amityville.
Dude, they're doing a Bodyguard remake. Or
stupid. The Kevin Costner one?
Yeah, like Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston, once in a lifetime movies, and they're saying that combos from Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson to Channing Tatum and Cardi B have been floated. No cast has been set for the script at this stage.
Why don't you just put a cactus up my ass and tell me to sit down?
Channing Tatum are going to replace the greatest female singer of our history, Whitney Houston.
Tina Turner's up there too, though.
History. Well, yeah, but for me, it's Whitney. And Kevin Costner by fucking Channing Tatum. I like Channing Tatum, but he's no fucking Kevin Costner. All right?
Look.
And Cardi fucking wet ass pussy B.
Can I get, please come up with your own original ideas, Hollywood, for 500. Thanks.
Christ on a
500. Is that the Daily Double? Yes, I'll take
in
that.
Texas,
and I'll risk all of it. Fucking stupid. Don't have much to say on it. It just seems like, again, lack of creativity from Hollywood. So I'm not surprised.
Christ. The Bodyguard, hey, listen, I bet there's a lot of people here right now that have never seen The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. It is classic cinema.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good movie.
It's a fucking classic. You got to watch that.
And you know, it's also for
he
you
impresses
guys.
her with his sharp katana blade.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you don't get that shit.
It was great. And you don't just not get Randy Jackson's autograph on your katana blade. I think that Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston, it was a great film, and it's not just a chick flick. I mean, like it was a good little solid film. So definitely check it out. Again, the
movie.
sequels to it, the remakes of it. Again, this is just showing the desperation from Hollywood because they're fucking stupid. All the writers they've hired now dropped out in 9th grade, and they don't know what English is. So they're like, I don't know. I'll just take novels and shit I read last year and just start remake them. I saw this crazy movie, guys. It was called what was it called? It was called Star Wars. I know we can't call it Star Wars, but we'll have the same kind of basic plot. Oh, I know. Oh, J.J. Abrams, why are you in this meeting? Get out of here. Get out of here, JJ.
I think what they should start doing with these movies like this, these classics like The Bodyguard, is they should just put them back out in theaters for like a 2-week run. All right, put them on every streaming platform. Put them in every fucking movie theater for 2 weeks. Put out a whole new thing, like do a premiere in Hollywood, bring the movie back, bring the stars back, do a fucking Comic-Con panel, like whatever. Just bring the original movie back. And put it in front of people's faces again. So like it starts to, maybe Kevin Costner says something fucking wily in the news about what happened, and it starts to trend, and then do that. Like I would rather see that. Like when you see an old band do like a reunion tour, or they cover a whole album live, I'd rather see that than just see this empty shell of a remake come out. That
I'll be honest though,
how many of these remakes like fucking do people actually enjoy? Almost never.
Probably none. I don't think I don't know. I'm not gonna go on record and say I've not enjoyed a particular remake because I can't remember.
Some of them, yeah, but rare.
Well, you know what? I would say Dread. Dread was a great.
That wasn't a remake though. That wasn't a remake at all. That was
I know, but I felt it was because the Sylvester Stallone one was fun and corny, but it was meant to be. But I feel like Dread was a remake or at least a repositioning of that character. But I got to be honest, it's fucking stupid and it's dumb. But I'm not gonna get that mad about it. It's The Bodyguard. It's whatever. Yeah. I mean, when The Bodyguard came out in the early '90s, it was like okay. I didn't want to. If I were like my age now, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to go see the motherfucker because I knew it was like you got to bring your chick to go see it.
You didn't know how great it was. Though.
I'd have waited for it to come to Blockbuster to rent it. But,
I think we all did.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't have been. It's whatever. I mean, but it's still stupid. It's just it's unoriginal ideas from Hollywood, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, if you had these two actors who were like cornerstone actors. And I'm not mad about them remaking. It's the fucking Bodyguard. I don't give a shit. But like the names that they're throwing out tells me already, oh, you guys are doing this for the wrong fucking reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that makes
well,
no
you know what?
sense.
What pissed me off is back in the day, and it wasn't going to be a remake. I think they were going to try to do a sequel to it. I think, but they were gonna do Back to the Future with Justin Bieber. Now that is a goddamn travesty.
That's
different.
You know,
that's different. Now Back to the Future compared to the Bodyguard, Back to the Future is a goddamn legend.
You let one thing happen.
Back to the Future. If you put fucking Justin Bieber and turn the goddamn DeLorean into a Dodge Neon, or whatever that he drives around the mall, that would have been terrible. But
don't fuck.
Look, I'm not shocked anymore. Hollywood is just a constant disappointment.
They are doing a series based on the Warrior, but Gavin O'Connor's going to be in charge of it. We're both huge Warrior fans. I don't know what that's going to be like. Yeah, but that
like
could
a
be
Netflix series.
I don't know. It doesn't say what it's going to be on or anything. They're just going to do a series.
Well, I know, but who's the who's the character? Like, I mean, who's the main guy?
They don't say yet. All they know is they're going to do a series on streaming.
I guess. That's it. But look, the Warrior is one of those. First off, Nick Nolte deserved a goddamn Academy Award for that.
No doubt.
For that, like, there's no doubt that movie flew under the radar, like a Navy SEAL attempting to infiltrate a beach in goddamn Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I've always been shocked that movie didn't get more recognition. But telling a series on it, unless it's got a payoff for some reason, because the movie itself, The Warrior, was so good, it was so amazing, and it told the story that needed to be told. It was like Bloodsport. It didn't need a sequel. So a series on it makes. I mean, I might watch it, but at the same time, I don't know.
It could be cool, but it could also be called anything.
Yeah,
it could be Gavin O'Connor's new series about
why do they call it Street Fighter? So like how Ken and Ryu met. I'd watch that.
It could be anything. It could be anything. Also, there's a Purge 6 coming out. Surprise, surprise. The last one was supposed to be the last one, but here we are.
Oh, my God.
Purge 6 is coming out. The guy who wrote it says, I can't say much, but you have the right reference that you're going to when noting how the Forever Purge sets up a situation similar to that from Escape from New York.
Forever. I never watched it.
It's definitely, I'll say this, the America that we enter into Purge 6 is not the America we now live in. It's been remapped, I should say, in a unique way, and we're entering into this very changed surface of America. And the other thing I could say is, because I think it's already out there, is that if it happens, it is the return of Frank Grillo's Leo character, so that's fun. But it's definitely a new America's been formed. And after, it's about 10 or 15 years after the Forever Purge. Look, Lee...
Is it the MPAA that stopped the movie?
Frank Grillo coming back is cool.
That's cool.
But... Like, dude, nobody fucking thought you weren't doing another sequel. Duh.
No, man. I swear to God, The Purge is a unique example of why you should stop at the first one for sure. The first one was amazing. It was awesome. It really, I mean, it wasn't even awesome. It was an all right flick. It was a really good, solid flick, and I had a good time watching it. I think everybody that watched it was like, hey, this is pretty unique, and it's interesting. It's like Panic Room with strangers, so it's pretty fun. Yeah. The only time after that you could have done a prequel, how the Purge started, and then that would have been where you ended it. This whole fucking continuing this franchise makes zero sense. I do like Frank Grillo. I think Frank Grillo got fucked in the MCU when he was Crossbones, but either way, I mean, it'll be. I don't think there should be a new movie if you're going to do that. Cast Frank Grillo in a television series. Put it on HBO Max and let's go.
They already did a fucking Purge television series too.
It sucked?
Yeah, it
see,
sucked.
that's how uninterested I was. So I didn't even know they did that.
And that's the thing. I disagree and agree with you. I think the Purge is an idea that begs for sequels, but they've never fucking done the idea of the Purge justice. It's always been, we did a joke about it, these sprinkled on little light political messages over top of a generic kind of cheap action film that they can make on the cheap. And they've never actually done anything memorable with any of the Purge movies.
I just remember Ethan Hawke.
It's just been a weak fucking like half-hearted sequel that'll get fans in the theaters because it's a franchise now. They've never actually taken the idea of the Purge, which is a cool idea, and really lived up to it. So forgive me if I'm not fucking jacked to the
I feel like every time that you get a new Purge movie, it looks like they're trying to fucking like advertise for the new cosplay ideas for Spirit Halloween. Because they always have different costumes. Like, oh, I see what you're doing here. Like, oh, the Lady Liberty with like glow in the dark eyeshadow. I'll kill you with my torch, bitch.
As
Oh
a
my God.
caveat, we're also letting the same people who made the other 6 forgettable movies make the new ones. Now, if you brought in someone new, if you brought in fucking Paul Verhoeven, that's a guy you should get to do the fucking Purge sequel.
You know what?
Bring in
I
Paul
think
Verhoeven, I will fucking open my eyes and pay goddamn
I would say
attention
Paul
because it will
Verhoeven
actually
would
say something.
Paul Verhoeven should do the prequel. And again, after the prequel and then the Purge itself,
Yeah.
I think again, you already had a great
weak-ass
movie.
youth adult fiction horror.
Well,
That's
the first
all
movie
fucking
was
is.
already great. It was an awesome movie. And then you have a prequel, get a good director, get a good cast about how this started, corruption of the United States government, and then fucking move that in. And that's it.
Yeah,
It's all you need.
Yeah. It's begging for a good fucking it's begging for someone good to come along. But if it's the same people, like we
I
know
wonder
what
if Paul
to expect.
Verhoeven would do like a TV series. Because that would be interesting if he was like a producer on it.
I don't think he would, but I think his Purge movie would be amazing. All right, last bit of news, and then we really got to go. I know what you did last summer. The trailer came out, and oh God, I feel like we're being so negative tonight.
So goddamn bad.
But if you guys, you probably don't even know because it went by like a soft fart from an old lady in the night. All right, the I know what you did last summer trailer came out for the Amazon series, debuting on the same night as Halloween Kills.
What a fucking waste of toilet paper that was. It's like if someone gave me if someone gave me a toilet paper roll, but it had like duty marks on it. It's like wipe your ass with this. Like I'm not gonna do that.
All right, so Scream is here, right? And on that scale, I know what you did last summer is about here, right?
Yeah.
As far as good movies go, the Scream TV series is like here, right? And this show looks like it's about here, and I'm touching my own dick right now. All right, this trailer looks so fucking bad. It's just chicks making out.
I did enjoy that. I did enjoy that,
and that's fine.
But,
and you know what's funny about that is that back in the day, if the whole trailer was 2 chicks making out, everybody would be like, "Oh, this is typical horror machoism and blah blah blah." They just want to see chicks make out. And now today, what are people going to say? They're going to say, "This is some woke bullshit." It's so funny how stupid we all are.
Well,
But
I
anyway,
don't
you're saying
know. Well,
something.
I guess
Sorry,
it
go ahead.
depends on how they present it. If they present it like, "Oh, we can't have a relationship together because the world hates us and we're not allowed to have an open relationship," then it's different. That would be considered woke. But this is not. I don't think. Look, a guy fucking videotaped you messing around with a girl while you were drunk. You made out with her. It was hot, bro. Every dude in the goddamn bar had a boner. It was so incredible. You did a great job. But now he wants to kill you with this evidence. First off, it's the 21st century. They're doing that shit on TikTok for free. So it's not that big of a deal if it's exposed that, that's what you did as drunk, having a spring break time or whatever. Look, I know what you did last summer was a shitty movie to me. I never fucking got it. I never liked it. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was the great value
sucks,
brand.
But I like it.
Well, no, I thought it was a great value brand and a cheap knockoff of Scream. That's what I thought it was. It's like, hey, I can't afford to go to Scream, so I got to go to the secondary thing and get the shitty ice cream. So I'll go watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know what you did last summer. And then you went to a boardroom meeting and you said, I think this should be a TV series. Who the fuck was drunk when they approved that? Because first off, you ruined Scream by going to the TV series. You fucking butt fucked that shit all the way down the line. You did a terrible job. This shit looks like a WB fucking terrible Dawson's Creek attempt at horror. And I cannot believe that people or studios are still out there letting these assholes have money to make this garbage jack bullshit and put it on TV. Look, and again, I will be the first one to say, I know what you did last summer. I can take it or leave it. It was all right, but it was never one of those movies I ever watched and was like, I can't wait for the sequel. Oh my God. The guy had a hook. He looked like Captain D's that was pissed. No, I watched that movie and I remember and I know that the guy that wrote it, it was wrote before Scream, whatever. I don't care. Scream executed it better. Scream did it better. They had a better director. They had a better direction. Wes Craven is the master. I know what you did last summer. Putting it on TV is like literally saying, hey, I got this flaming pile of shit. Would you like to buy this from me? I don't know. That's what I think. It's a terrible move. It's a terrible move. I think I lost. I don't know what's going on. Mike's blank.
I'm here. I just want to wait how long till you realized I wasn't here anymore.
No, I knew you weren't there. I saw the black screen, but I thought I thought I was having a stroke through my left eye.
That's why I was trying to hurry up. My battery died. But I will say this. I'll say I was actually excited to see I Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't think it was a terrible idea to redo it, because what I've always said about these remakes is why remake remake something that was really good, right? If it was good and it nailed it, what's the point of doing it again? You already fucking did it right the first time. With I Know What You Did Last Summer, I think it's almost perfect for a remake, right? Because it was a cool idea. It was the perfect time. It had the feel. We all love the movie, but none of us think it was good. Every time you go back and watch it, you go, man, what a steaming piece of shit this is. But I still kind of love it. I think that this was prime pickings for a really good remake, and to do a series and to take everything that was wrong with that movie and make it fucking good. But after watching this trailer, I have zero goddamn faith. It looks like a hot fucking shitty. It looks like you went to fucking McDonald's and asked them to make you a hot ham and cheese sandwich. It looks like
that motherfucker looked like a hot mess, a hot brown. It looked like a hot brown from your butthole.
Look, and you know, ass burgers from an asshole. I wasn't saying ass burgers. I was saying burgers from
weird,
an ass.
man. Like I never in my life, if someone said back when we watched I Know What You Did Last Summer, actually when we watched Scream, hey, one day they're gonna do a TV series on this. I'm like, there's no fucking way. What? You're crazy. They did it. You fucking did it, you cocaine addicted assholes. You fucking put pen to paper and you got the money. You did it, you sons of bitches that just waste money like it's water. I cannot believe that this movie or this show, it got approved. It looks like trash. It is going to be trash. And I am going to stay the fuck away from it. If you guys want to watch it, for sure, go definitely check it out. I don't even want to give it a chance because I saw just the trailer for it. So I already know what the first episode's going to be about, or at least the general gist of it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I really don't need to be preached at today. So you can go fuck yourself. And here's a fucking finger for you. And then move on down your line. Because I know what it's going to be. But the thing about it is, again, what I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's always going to be the ugly cousin that no one asked out to prom versus the prom queen that is Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer is always going to be that. And you know why I Know What You Did Last Summer was fun? But do you know why I Know What You Did Last Summer was fun? Because it had decent actors in those roles. And they're not in that role now. It's just, these are UPN rejects. These are fucking PBS people that they hired.
To be fair, they're unknown, so we don't really know that.
Well, I know enough off the trailer that I'm not interested.
Everybody's an unknown when they start.
Well, I know, but I mean, Mark Hamill was an unknown. He rocked the shit out of it. And there's also other unknowns that are just as bad as that you think.
Exactly.
But same time, based on the trailer, no way, no sir, no Jose. But at the same, you also have to look at writing, and you have to look at scripting. We'll see, man. But I am not interested in watching this at fucking all. I'd rather watch The Strain season 1 all the way through 100% without stopping than watch the first episode.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to check it out. But I'm telling you, that trailer was real bad. I don't have high hopes for it at all. It was one of the worst edited trailers I've ever seen in my life. It's like two chicks making out, car veers off the road.
They did it like five. They did it like 5 times. They did it 5 times with 2 chicks making out. 5 times,
which is fine with me. That's the joke I was making earlier.
Well, I know,
but it's funny how people will react to that. Like one group, like it used to be like, oh, of course, horror, girls making out. It's all guys.
Like who are you appealing to?
Now
like who are you trying to get to watch the show?
Woke. I'm not going to watch it. It's woke.
Yeah,
it's like everybody's so full of shit. But like, I just what was the trailer? It was 2 chicks making out.
That's all.
I have a problem with it. And then a truck running off the road. And then I know last summer. It wasn't terrible.
I don't think anybody had a problem with the attractive women laying on top of each other, rolling around in bra and panties, making out. I thought like that was a good selling point for you guys. It's like, hey, we have hot mustard and sweet and sour sauce at our fucking taco stand. Why don't you come over here and have some? But I feel like the execution.
But that's exactly what the reaction is going to be online. I don't even have to look at it.
That's all it is. Because it's going to be thirsty people, and that's the audience. And you know why I think you do that for is I think that you had such a strong plot. You have weak characters, and you have a weak overall arcing story. That's the only thing you're going to be able to get people's asses in the seats.
Yeah, what are you trying to say when 90% of your trailer is just 2 girls making out?
But again, I mean, I don't.
What are you trying to tell people?
But you look, if it was a Troma Studios, I like Troma. I love Toxic Avenger. But if it was one of those movies, I get it. You're trying to launch a new series that's supposed to be a thriller-esque type of horror movie or show, and it looks all it is It looks like
The
Pretty
hills.
Little Liars version 2.5.
Yeah, it looks like Laguna Beach. Like,
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I don't care. I didn't like Pretty Little Liars when it came out. It's not for me. You're not targeting me. I'm not your target audience.
Exactly.
But you're thinking like, hey, I'll throw a bigger, wider net if I show two girls making out, so I get some dudes in here.
And by the way, the
I don't know,
person
man.
who wrote
If you-
this, the
I know
person
you-
who wrote the first episode, Sarah Goodman.
Yeah.
You know what else she has on her IMDb resume?
Mhm.
Big hitters. Literally absolutely nothing. This is the first thing she's ever written.
she has
It is
Air. She directed Air.
The only thing she just doesn't have a special thanks. You and I, there's a fake baseball player in my not a fake baseball player. There's a baseball player named Mike Holtz in my IMDb, along with Grave Encounters 2 and some other dumb shit.
Yeah.
This person literally has nothing in their IMDb except for this, which is, hey, if it rocks the shit, I'll be fucking just as pumped. But like, come on, man. And the guy who directed it, he directed The Boy and an episode of Castle Rock. But
Well, you know what? I think
D
D-Land has it right. They say LOL, this is DOA. Yes. I do not think this gets renewed I do not think this gets renewed after season 1. I think this is an experiment. And you know what? As a matter of fact, if you don't like this kind of shit, you guys have seen the trailer. If you don't like this kind of shit, don't watch the fucking thing. Don't give them the numbers. Don't give them the numbers. So maybe their fucking brains come out of cryo sleep and they realize that people are a little bit smarter and they want some good told stories and they want some originality in their shows. And instead of picking the Great Value brand of Scream from the 90s and trying to bring that to a television series, you could come up with something really interesting and something new, or even make a movie of your own. I don't fucking know. You've got all the money in the world, you studio motherfuckers. So maybe do that because the numbers are going to come in.
Maybe it was just a bad trailer, but I'm only giving it one episode.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be those girls making out. It's going to be most of the episode, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe somebody recorded us!" And then they hit that fucking Fisher. They hit like Long John Silver on the fucking road, and he's like, "I was there at that party, and I watched you as I was skinning my fish. I was watching you and recording you the entire time. I'm gonna expose you on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram." It's so fucking stupid. That, you know what? And it's really sad. That's what people are more concerned and worried about, being exposed on Twitter and Instagram. That's the world we live in. It's like, I got your Instagram account and your Twitter. I'm gonna expose you. Wow. I guess my life is over now. No, actually, if you could just delete that shit, it'd be fine. But yeah, I feel like I know what you did last summer. First off, the movie itself was an average fucking 6.0 for me. Try to turn that shit into a series. It's like, guys, did someone deliver a sack of shit to you that was on fire and that was all you could come up with, and there was a script buried on the bottom of that you had to dig through like a Saw thing?
I think it's the perfect idea for a remake. I think a TV show about I Know What You Did Last Summer is a great fucking idea. I think, again, the movie, it's lackluster. It's not that great. It could,
the movie should exist.
Any of us could watch the movie and go, I like the movie, dude. It was a good time in our lives. Like, I enjoy the fact that it exists. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan, all that crazy shit like that. Like, I think that anybody could look at that movie and watch it and go, oh, fuck. Here's 32 things you could do better to make this movie actually good. So I think it's a prime candidate for a remake. I think it's a prime candidate for a show. I think it was a great idea to do it. I just think that the trailer looks like but
well, I feel like the movie itself was a one shot that should have been left like Old Yeller at the tree.
A sequel's
kind
of better.
Do one fucking movie. I get it. Scream. But you do one movie for I Know What You Did Last Summer. You hit a guy, he didn't die, and now he's pissed and he wants to kill you. And he looks like Long John Silver. End of story. That's it. Like, I feel like if you had done one fucking movie with that particular idea, cool, man, I would remember it fondly. But the fact that you did like all these sequels to it, and now you're doing a series on it, suck a dick, Jim.
Somebody mentioned earlier, and I meant to respond to it. I'm sorry. I think it was a super chat too. Someone asked if we're covering Chucky, and yes, we actually have screeners for the first season of Chucky. You will see a review from us up on October the 1st of the Chucky show.
I did not know this. I'm excited now.
Yeah, just found out today. Go Flamingo says you guys always forget to tell people to like and subscribe. Liking the video.
Oh, we do. We
wham
forgot.
all over the internet. That's good truth. If you guys don't care to click the like button for us real quick, if you had a good time tonight, it really helps us. We'd appreciate it. Sharing this on your socials help us too. And of course, subscribing and clicking the bell does. Guys, that's it for us. My wiener's full.
Yeah. And we also don't say that because we're trying to, we don't want you guys, we're not trying, like, I know we're not trying to sell you guys a product. We're just having fun. We like hanging out. So we legit forget. Like, it's like, hey, you should tell them that. Smash that subscribe button and fucking view all our, but it does help us though. It does help us.
Push it in. You flush it out. All right. Guys, we love you. Thanks for hanging out. Over 300 people still, even though we've been rambling on for forever.
Amazing.
You guys are you rock the shit. We will see you guys soon. We love you so fucking much. Have an amazing rest of your goddamn week and happy end of your hump day.
We'll see you soon.